Good evening, my fellow Americans. Today I want to talk to you about a proposed bill that has been garnering significant attention. This bill aims to address a unique and problematic issue facing our nation. Elon, monitors if you would, please.
Well, here goes nothing.
The deportation of the country's smallest minority, the orange felons. Let me be clear, again, it is our country's smallest minority, the orange felons. Now I know what you're thinking. Who are these orange felons and why are they a concern for our great nation? These individuals are not our country's best. They are committing crimes, engaging in drug use. Many of them are convicted rapists. They are a danger to our society, and it's time we take a stand. Our judicial system and law enforcement agencies have been working tirelessly to keep our communities safe. But the presence of these orange felons undermines their efforts and puts innocent lives at risk. By supporting this bill, we can ensure a safer, more secure future for all Americans. It's not just about removing the problem. It's about upholding the values that make our country great. And by the way, Trump, I prefer my presidents not to be convicted felons. Thank you, and God bless America. Oh, and before I go, Trump, consider this bill to be my birth certificate. Obama out.
Paid for by Black September's Stop Electing Morons, Seniors, and Crooks Super PAC. From the makers of Butt Hurt Butt Paste, we bring you the ultimate solution to all your MAGA-induced discomfort. Introducing MAGA Tears.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote.
Oh my, another unhinged Trump rally. Looks like you could use some MAGA tears.
Do you often find yourself dealing with the aches and pains brought on by the incessant whining of Trump supporters? Does the constant barrage of conspiracy theories and fake news claims leave you feeling, well, a little butthurt? MAGA tears, especially formulated to soothe the symptoms of political fatigue, frustration, and general butthurt caused by excessive exposure to Trump rallies, social media rants, and endless cries of stop the steal.
Hi, I'm Kamala Harris, and I know a thing or two about dealing with persistent irritants. When life gives you MAGA supporters, make MAGA tears.
Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or just someone who values a good night's sleep, MAGA tears is the perfect addition to your self-care routine.
Just a few drops of MAGA tears, and you'll feel the tension melt away faster than you can say fake news.
Wow. See how well it works even with another news story about how weird J.D. Vance is. She is still happy. Excellent job, MAGA tears.
Order now, and we'll throw in a free travel-sized bottle, perfect for those unexpected encounters with a MAGA enthusiast on the go.
And remember, MAGA tears is not just for your mental well-being. It's also great for your skin. Made from 100% organic, all-natural Trump supporter tears, it's packed with nutrients and antioxidants.
MAGA tears, because we all deserve a little peace and quiet. Available now at all major retailers.
Get your MAGA tears today and start living a life free of butthurt.
Warning: side effects may include sudden bouts of laughter, uncontrollable joy, and an overall sense of well-being. Not recommended for use by actual MAGA supporters.
Call and order yours today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support the artists you enjoy.
JD, you wouldn't believe it. California rally, big success, people cheering, the usual stuff. But here's the kicker. I just left them there. Can you believe that?
Wait, you mean like left them?
Absolutely. They were all waiting for buses, thinking I had this whole operation set up. But guess what? I just took off, gone. It was beautiful.
So just stranded there or something?
Oh, yeah, it was classic Trump here, JD. But here's the best part, the blame game. My supporters start spinning these incredible stories. Oh, it was Biden's fault. He stole the buses. Or maybe George Soros hired people to cut the gas lines. They're like artists, JD, better than Picasso.
And nobody thought it was you?
Not a single one, JD, not one. They start tweeting, this has Kamala Harris written all over it. Or Gavin Newsom, the bus thief of California. I just sit back, watch the chaos unfold, and they keep defending me like I'm their favorite son.
That's some loyalty.
Or something like it. You should have seen the theories. One guy said it was probably Elon Musk testing some anti-gravity buses, JD. And you know what? That guy got 5,000 likes on Truth Social.
Well, Elon is involved in a lot of weird stuff these days.
Right, I even called Elon. Elon, have you invented anti-gravity buses yet? He said no, but honestly, I think he's just trying to steal my thunder.
And the people just keep going along with it.
Oh, they're unstoppable. Yeah, you can't question it, JD. I could probably leave them on the moon, no spacesuits, and they'd still say, well, maybe NASA sabotaged Trump's spaceship. I have to say, a little genius on my part.
You are definitely something.
Thanks, JD. It's a talent.
All right, everyone, we have some breaking news. Donald Trump has just left thousands of his fans stranded after one of his rallies in a manure farm in Coachella, California. For more on this, let's get some insight from one of the rally goers.
I didn't think my day could get any crappier, but our savior Donald Trump left us completely stranded out here in this manure farm. We're 5 miles away from the parking lot. But there is something comforting about all this manure. Thanks, Mr. President.
Okay, here's a video at the scene where crap hit the fan.
Look at this.
There's chicks that are organizing this that are failing.
Look at all of us.
If you could just, yeah, we're gonna hold it.
There's supposed to be like 20 buses here, and there's one. Everyone's starting to freak out. And there's people that go down this street for I don't know how long. Somebody, and they've been running us around through all the different streets, telling us to go east and then going west and then going east again and then going west, and it's an absolute madness. Somebody did something, and we need to get to the bottom of this. Someone needs to investigate this now. Everyone here is stranded. Everyone here is stranded. We're all stranded here. The parking lot is a 2-hour walk. Incredible. Excuse me, sorry. All these people are stranded. We're all stranded here. Someone needs to get the mayor on the phone right now in Coachella, California.
According to our sources, President Trump decided not to pay the busing company that brought them there. Wouldn't be the first time. So they decided not to come back. And I just got to say, what a crappy thing to do. What's that? Oh, looks like we have another on-site testimony. Let's see what this individual has to say. Extremely insightful stuff. Thank you, Mr. Cow. I think we've learned a lesson today, folks. Trump's checks bounce, and never go to a Trump rally, especially if it's in a manure farm and the parking lot is 5 miles away. I'm reporter Tapper with BSN. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.
Welcome to Must Fu. The only martial art taught by a billionaire. A lot of people are saying, Elon, why Kung Fu? And I tell them it's not just about defense. It's about reputation defense. And I said, you might have seen my name on a certain list. But I was only on that plane for one reason: to master the ancient art of kung fu. That's nothing weird. Audited, no funny business. Just me, my fists, and discipline.
Master Elon's techniques are truly one of a kind. Forget decades of traditional training. Musk Fu will teach you in just 10 easy payments of $99.99. Aye.
Unlike those traditional masters, I have the resources of the future. Our Musk Fu will take you from zero to hero at the speed of an electric car. And remember, if you hear anything scandalous, just tell them it's all part of my path to Kung Fu enlightenment.
You never actually learned Kung Fu, Elon.
Shh, Brad. Yes, also, right, I didn't finish all the training, but that's because my Tesla neural implants are learning the moves for me. Soon I'll just be able to think Kung Fu.
I bought Musk Fu to defend myself against accusations at board meetings. Now, I just go hi-ya, and people get real quiet. Thanks, Elon.
Musk Fu transformed my life. I was always on the defensive, but now, well, mostly I just swing my arms around awkwardly, but I can feel the power.
Remember, I wasn't on that plane for anything else. No friendship favors or, whatever you're implying. Musk Fu, power, clarity, denial. Order now, clear your name, or train for when people ask questions. Musk Fu. Because when it comes to the truth, sometimes the best defense is a kick in the face.
Welcome back to Klepper's Corner, a show that can only be defined as one long, manic episode of listening to Trump's incoherent rambling. That actually brings me to our topic today, Trump, but not just Trump, it's actually about Trump's comments on Taylor Swift. You might like her if you're a Gen Z or millennial or whatever. Just after Trump's chaotic debate performance, Swift released a post stating, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them." The post was actually quite respectful, and she even said, "I've done my research and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do and the choice is yours to make." Sounds like a pretty tame endorsement of a candidate and a call for voters to educate themselves and their vote, right? But of course, if you could have guessed it, that doesn't sit very well with Trump, with the man-child ketchup-throwing champion simply posting on his failing app.
I hate Taylor Swift.
What an extremely mature and presidential thing to say. Not that anyone's expectations for Trump were high, but this certainly lowers the bar. You also had Trump's buddy Elon Musk, the guy that everyone used to say was the real-life Tony Stark, who now has turned into the next keyboard warrior, saying on Twitter, "Fine, Taylor, you win, I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life." I mean, what the hell? How creepy is that? A guy in his 50s telling a lady he doesn't know that he'll give her children. Reddit is down the hall and to the left. Elon, you weirdo. Now, I imagine most are wondering how anyone would think this is newsworthy. And trust me, folks, this is a little absurd, but in this statement, she linked a voter registration website that was clicked over 400,000 times, and a spike in voter registration Google searches can be seen as soon as she made this post. Those are some pretty impressive numbers. To put that into perspective, Biden only won the 2020 election by 40,000 votes among 3 swing states. So it wouldn't exactly be hyperbole to say that we are living in a timeline where Taylor Swift's endorsement and call for people to register and Trump's disdain for her could cost the entire election for Donald Trump. And with that, we are less than 50 days away from Election Day. Thank you for viewing this episode of Klepper's Corner. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, folks. It's Jordan Klepper with another episode of Klepper's Corner. Let's get straight into it with Donald Trump. Trump has been holding disastrous rally after disastrous rally. Let's take a look at some of the most eye-catching moments from what I assume are only the most presidential speeches of our times.
Imagine there is no, and I say it all the time, If you wanted to do a movie on some of these people that you're going to be looking at in 2 minutes, if you wanted to do a movie, there's no actor in Hollywood that could play the role. There's nobody that could do it. These actors, you know, they're a little bit shaky. They can't play the role. They'll bring in a big actor and you look, you say, oh, he's got no muscle content. He's got no muscle. We need a little muscle. Then they bring in another one, but he's got a weak face. He looks weak. No, these guys have the whole package, unfortunately for our country. I watched one of them shouting at a judge, I kill you. I kill you when I get out. I kill you. And, you know, the judge is like, oh, he's never heard this stuff. And even the guards, you know, they want to look for a new job themselves. I kill you.
It sounds like someone hasn't taken their meds yet, and are you ready for your pudding, Grandpa? Trump rambles like it's nobody's business. I was almost expecting him to go on a tirade about corn pop. Or how about this one, where Trump effectively suggests that the U.S. should consider the purge?
Out that the 950 is a misnomer because you can steal whatever you want, you can go way above. But you'd see, originally you saw kids walk in with calculators. They were calculators. They didn't want to go over the $950. They're standing with calculators, adding it up. You know, these are smart people. They're not so stupid, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, he's right here, he's a great congressman. Would you say, Mike, that if you were in charge, you would say, oh, please, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Let them rob your store. All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. Then the city doesn't have money. It's a chain of events. It's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out, and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it'll end immediately.
First, it was Silence of the Lambs, and now it's The Purge. Who keeps letting Donald watch all these movies? You're giving him too many ideas. Next thing you know, he'll be urging people to look for the Infinity Stones. How can anyone hear this and not go, has this man gone mad? Or is this just perfectably acceptable now?
Today's border is 20 times worse than it was in 2016. 2016 was like a great day for this border. 2016, I fixed it. I built hundreds of miles of wall.
So you're telling me that you fixed the border in 2016. Dementia Dawn strikes again. You weren't even president until 2017, and Mexico certainly did not pay for it.
A lot of people don't give. I know a lot about overtime. I'd hated to give overtime. I hated it. I'd get other people, I shouldn't say this, but I'd get other people in, I wouldn't pay. I hated.
Because nothing says party of the working class than the billionaire head of said party saying that he hated paying overtime, and then in the same breath saying sometimes he refused to pay overtime.
Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. Okay. She was born that way. And if you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country. Anybody would know this.
Mentally impaired? Sounds like projection coming from Donald, the head of the Republican Party, a person who claims to be a man of God, openly mocking his opponent by calling them mentally disabled, and his crowd claps and cheers. We can all disagree politically while being respectful. But insulting one another, especially like this, is unacceptable. So I'm Jordan Klepper. This was Klepper's Corner. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. If you disliked it, leave a dislike and a hate comment. Thank you for your time. Have a good one, folks.
Hi, I'm Mike Lindell, founder of MyPillow. You know me for bringing you the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, but now I'm here to solve another problem. Do you find yourself upset because a former president no longer accepts your phone calls, emails, or texts? Are you still butthurt because your favorite candidate didn't win the election? Well, I've got just the thing for you, the My Hemorrhoid Pillow.
I used to spend hours a day on my phone trying to get in touch with you-know-who, but my calls went unanswered. The disappointment was a real pain in the butt, literally. Then I found the My Hemorrhoid Pillow, and now I'm sitting pretty.
Are you tired of that burning sensation every time you sit down to watch election coverage? Do you feel like your backside is screaming, "Stop the steal"? Well, our patented My Hemorrhoid pillow is here to cushion your fall from grace and give you the comfort you deserve.
As a medical professional, I can tell you that the My Hemorrhoid pillow offers unparalleled support. Its unique design alleviates pressure, so whether you're watching endless political commentary or drafting yet another email to your favorite ex-president, you can do it all without the pain.
I was feeling the blues after I lost, but this pillow turned my orange jumpsuit blues into a comfy experience. If only I had this kind of support during the campaign.
I used to feel so sore after every interview. Now with the My Hemorrhoid pillow, I can sit through all my recount videos without any discomfort.
Don't let the election leave you in pain. Order the My Hemorrhoid pillow today and get the comfort you need to deal with any political fallout. Call now and you'll get a second My Hemorrhoid pillow free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. Remember, when it comes to sitting through your toughest times, My Hemorrhoid pillow has got your back and your backside.
Call 1-800-BUT-HURT now. That's 1-800-BUTHURT. Order today.
Hello, America. It's me, your favorite Lil King, the best king. Believe me, there has never been a better ruler over you peasants and brokies than me.
You know, I have to say, seeing him go deeper and deeper to the gutter.
Fake news.
It's not easy to tick me off.
Wrong.
I don't get angry often. But you mess with my wife, you mess with my kids, that'll do it every time. Donald, you're a sniveling coward, and leave Heidi the hell alone.
Well, I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you like this guy. I think what you like about him, he appears to be strong when the rest of us are weak. He's a very successful businessman, and he's going to make everything great. He's going to take all the problems of the world and put them in a box and make your life better. That's what he's selling. Here's what you're buying. He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
But I was like, people aren't going to believe
fake news.
They're not going to believe that. Mistake. But guess what? You've got no excuse now. He was there for 4 years, 2 of them with a Republican Congress. He got a quarter of the wall built, and Mexico hasn't given us our first peso. We paid for all of it, and only for a quarter of it.
Wrong.
Joe Biden never beat anybody outside the state of Delaware in 45 years, except for one guy, Donald J. Trump.
Hi, folks, it's me, Barack Obama. You know, over the years, I've had the pleasure of serving you as your president. But there's one thing I never expected: the countless requests from my wonderful wife, Michelle, to run for president. I get it. Michelle is amazing. She's smart, she's compassionate, and she's got a great sense of humor. But here's the thing: Michelle is busy, really busy. Plus, she's already made her mark in so many incredible ways. So can we please give her a break? We've got a great guy in Joe Biden. He's doing his best out there. So let's give Joe our support and let Michelle enjoy some well-deserved rest and relaxation. So remember, folks, vote for Joe and let Michelle keep doing her thing. Thanks for listening. Obama out.
Hello, my fellow Americans. I am Michelle Obama, and I approve this message.
Michelle, can you take the stick and poke Joe to make sure he is still breathing?
Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and vote. It is more important than ever this election.
Good evening, America. We come to you live with a breaking news report. Welcome to the program once again, Donald Trump.
I heard it from a trusted source that they're getting Biden all jacked up on Mountain Dew ahead of the debate with me. Just like the last election, they are rigging the debate. I have picture proof. Also, look at these.
There you have it, folks. Biden's team is at it again. How will this rigged debate go? We will cover it next episode. Remember, like, share, and comment for more. Good night.
That's the jokes, folks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first presidential debate of this election cycle. I'm Jake Tapper from CNN, and tonight we have two of the most talked about candidates in recent history, former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. Mr. Trump, is that a megaphone?
Absolutely, Jake. Just making sure my voice is heard loud and clear. Believe me, this is the best megaphone. People are saying it's the greatest.
Mr. Biden, what on earth are you wearing?
This is my secret weapon, Jake. Mountain Dew keeps me sharp and energized. Let's do this.
Mr. Biden, this is a presidential debate, not a college frat party.
Look at Sleepy Joe, Jake. He's running on Mountain Dew. What a disgrace.
Who are you calling Sleepy Donnie? I'm wide awake and ready to roll. Let's go.
All right. Can we please focus on the issues? Mr. Trump, what are your plans for the economy?
Big plans, Jake. The biggest. We're going to make America rich again. You'll love it. Everyone will love it. Believe me.
Please, Mr. Trump, no megaphones. We have microphones for a reason.
Fine, but only because you asked so nicely.
Economic plans. I got plans, big plans. Bigger than Trump's. Faster too. Zoom, zoom.
Hey, Joe, bet you can't run a full lap around the stage in 10 seconds.
Watch me, Donnie. I'm like the Flash.
Can we please focus on the debate? This is supposed to be serious.
Look at me go.
Look at him, Jake. He's like a hyperactive kid in a candy store. This is what we're up against.
Why did I agree to this? All right, let's try to get back on track. Mr. Biden, your thoughts on health care?
Health care. Yeah, everyone gets Mountain Dew. That'll keep us all going.
Well, folks, there you have it. The first presidential debate 2024. May God help us all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more political hilarity. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first presidential debate of this election cycle. I'm Jake Tapper from CNN, and tonight we have two of the most talked about candidates in recent history, former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. Mr. Trump, are you in a wheelchair? Okay.
Of course, Jake, these debates are exhausting. Plus, my knees aren't what they used to be. Believe me, they were the best knees. Everybody said so.
Okay. Mr. Biden, are you knitting?
Yep, Jake. Helps me focus, and it's good for the arthritis.
All right, let's get started. Mr. Trump, what are your plans for health care?
Before we talk health care, Jake, I want to address a serious issue. Joe Biden stole my applesauce at the nursing home. Every day, my applesauce disappears, and I know it's him.
That's a lie, Donnie. You took the TV remote and switched it to that ridiculous reality show you like. I couldn't watch my Matlock.
Gentlemen, this is supposed to be a presidential debate, not a nursing home argument.
I demand justice for my applesauce, the best applesauce, and everyone says so.
And I demand control of the TV remote. I've missed 3 episodes of Matlock because of you.
Okay. Can we please focus on the debate topics? Mr. Trump, what is your plan for Social Security?
My plan is to make sure no one steals your applesauce. It's a big issue, Jake. Huge.
Typical Trump, always making it about himself. What about my Matlock? We need to ensure every senior has access to their TV shows without interruptions from certain individuals.
Jake, he also hides my dentures. I had to gum my way through breakfast.
Yeah, well, you put prunes in my Jell-O.
All right, that's it. This debate is over. Clearly, we have more pressing issues to deal with.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more political hilarity.
Over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do when we do it together. We just have to remember we are the United States of America.
Ladies and gentle beings, please welcome the one, the only Darth Trumpster.
Thank you, thank you. It's tremendous to be here on this beautiful Death Star. Isn't it tremendous? We got a lot of great things happening. We're going to build a wall around Tatooine, and guess what? We're going to make the Jawas pay for it. Just kidding, folks. We love the Jawas, don't we? They bring us all those lovely droids. Believe me, no one knows droids better than me. And we're going to drain the swamps on Dagobah. Yoda? More like Yoda must go. Am I right? We're going to bring balance to the Force, but only the good parts. None of that dark side nonsense. That's fake news, folks, fake news. We've got the best starships, folks, the very best. And we're going to make the galaxy great again by making the Empire first. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Now let's talk about the competition. We've got Joe Sky Biden, Sleepy Joe, not a chance, folks, not a chance. And Princess Kamala said, she doesn't even have a lightsaber, folks. And let's not forget my secret weapon, Space Force. We're going to build a Space Force so powerful, not even the Rebel Alliance can stop us. Believe me, it's going to be huge. So let's get out there and vote. Vote for Darth Trumpster, the greatest leader the galaxy has ever seen. Together, we will rule the galaxy with strength, with power, and most importantly, with style. Hey, who hecking shot me? What? Mike Pence.
The galaxy great again with Darth Trumpster, let's all win. Build the walls and drain the swamps. With our leader we'll never be chumps. So raise your sabers, join the fight. With Trumpster's lead, our future's bright. Vote for power, vote for cheer. Make the galaxy great again, right here.
Good evening, America. I'm Jordan Klepper, and welcome back to Klepper's Corner, where we break down the political madness with a side of sarcasm and a sprinkle of how the hell did we get here? Today, we've got a fun one. We're diving into the wild, wonderful world of North Carolina politics. Specifically, the lieutenant governor and the GOP's gubernatorial nominee, Mark Robinson. Well, not exactly that fun, because recently the lieutenant governor has been hit with some pretty, let's say, eye-catching allegations. I mean, sure, we all know politicians are prone to scandal, but Robinson, he's pulling out the greatest hits, praising Yahtzees, defending slavery, and getting vulgar, all on a corn site. It's like he's checking all the boxes of things that will definitely get me on The Daily Show. Now, let's unpack these allegations. First, before all of this happened, Mark Robinson was an extremely outspoken and harsh speaker, claiming that black people owe reparations to white people, and in many statements has shown himself to be a downright Holocaust denier, stating on Facebook this foolishness about German chancellor disarming millions of Jews and then marching them off to concentration camps is a bunch of hogwash. And in another statement during church, he claimed, if there's a movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist, it is the transgender movement. I mean, wow, how awful is all of this? Either the GOP is extremely awful at vetting their candidates, or they just completely welcome absolute bile like this in their own party. But that's not all of it. Then we've got the greatest hits not from any public speeches, but a Corn Sites forum page that Robinson frequented. In these forum posts, Robinson would directly call himself a black Yahtzee, and he would state that I like watching transgender on girl corn. It's really hot. He'd also call himself a perv, as he would go on to openly recall a story of him as a 14-year-old peeping in the girls' locker room. I mean, most of these posts I can't even read aloud. They're dreadful. And if this is the best the GOP is sending us, then frankly, I don't think they are sending their best. I mean, being openly homophobic and transphobic just to act like this on a forum page. Now, of course, he has come out and said that this is not him, but all of the information that he gave on this forum page directly matches up with him. He would use the same email as many of his public accounts, the same username, same name and backstory. He even uses some of the same slang and jargon that he'd publicly use. This is all pretty damning evidence just for him to say nuh-uh. And of course, he has said that this was all planted onto him by the Democrats. It's the same playbook that any GOP politician uses once they are in hot water. Now, let's not forget what Trump has said about this guy. I mean, Trump literally called Mark Robinson Martin Luther King on steroids and has said that Robinson should be cherished. Robinson must have felt insulted, as years prior he would go onto the forum page and say things about MLK, such as calling the Reverend a commie bastard, worse than a maggot, and would go on to call MLK a slur in the forum page. And I can't even share half of this. This guy is just an absolute basket case. If I shared any more, this video would probably be banned. All of this to simply say Trump and the GOP's as a whole refusal to denounce rhetoric like this when much of this information was public before the leaks is very likely to cost them the election. Robinson is currently polling 10 points behind his Democratic challenger in North Carolina, and that will most likely have an effect on Trump's performance on the ballot there in November. So whenever Trump loses North Carolina and the entire election as a whole, don't be the boy who cried rigged. Maybe instead quit housing absolute nut jobs in your political party. In the meantime, good luck with your gubernatorial race, North Carolina, and stay off the forum pages. I'm Jordan Klepper. This was Klepper's Corner. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one, folks.
Breaking news that will absolutely change the landscape of American politics. Former President Donald Trump has just announced his pick for vice president in the upcoming election. Let's cut to the live feed from Mar-a-Lago, where President Trump is making his announcement.
Thank you, thank you. You're all very lucky to be here for this historic announcement after much consideration. And believe me, I know all the best people. I've decided on the perfect running mate for 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hamburglar.
Rubble, rubble.
And, the Hamburglar is a fantastic choice. He understands business. He knows how to get things done, and he's a master at grabbing what he wants. We're going to run this country like a fast food chain, efficient, profitable, and with plenty of burgers for everyone.
Rubble, rubble.
And together we're going to steal poorly educated Americans' money.
Rubble, rubble.
Sell high-quality items to all my cult members. And believe me, it's going to be huge. I mean, I'm not going to stop till I have it all. Absolutely huge. We'll robble our way to victory.
Well, there you have it. The Trump Hamburglar ticket is officially in play. We'll see how this unique pairing resonates with voters. Stay tuned for more updates on this unconventional campaign. Good night, America. I can't keep this up much longer. This guy is a moron. What have I become? My God, why is anyone buying into this?
Hannity, your mic is hot. That's the jokes, folks.
My fellow Americans, I stand before you today with an unexpected honor, or should I say, a strategic maneuver. You see, I've been chosen by Donald Trump to be his vice president. Yeah, I know, I didn't see it coming either. But hey, 2024 is full of surprises, right? Now, some of you might be wondering, why me? Well, the Supreme Court has handed down rulings that, let's just say, mean Mr. Trump doesn't really need the presidency as his get-out-of-jail-free card anymore. So what's a former president to do? Well, why not pick a VP who's guaranteed to tank the campaign? That's where I come in. Folks, I have one job, to be so offensive, so off-putting, that you won't even consider voting for us. Challenge accepted. Let's see what I've got here. Ah yes, my Offend America checklist. 1. Alienate the coast. Sorry, New York and California, but it's time you learn to appreciate the Midwest's culinary masterpiece, the mayonnaise and fried bologna sandwich. 2. Disparage technology. Silicon Valley, prepare for a scathing critique on why rotary phones should make a comeback. Tech bros, you're on notice. 3. Disrespect historical landmarks. Washington Monument, overrated. I've seen better obelisks in Ohio. 4. Mock beloved traditions. Thanksgiving, more like thanks for nothing given. Pumpkin pie, just mashed orange nonsense. But wait, there's more. I plan to mix up geography in my speeches. I'll declare that Mount Rushmore is in Florida and the Grand Canyon, that's totally in Texas, right? And let's not forget my pièce de résistance, the fashion statements. I'll be touring the country in the finest 1970s polyester suits, and I'll only address the nation from inflatable bouncy castles. Why? Because nothing says serious politician like neon green flares and a bounce house. So buckle up, America. With me on the ticket, you're in for a wild ride. And remember, a vote for Trump-Vance 2024 is a vote for, well, let's be honest, it's probably not happening. What's that? Oh, I'm being told to wrap it up. So in conclusion, I'm J.D. Vance and I approve this chaos. Thank you and God help us all. I have to go post my internet history. Howdy, America. J.D. Vance here, your friendly neighborhood author and now vice presidential pick by the one and only Donald J. Trump. You see, running a campaign ain't easy. It takes hard work, dedication, and a lot of crap. Well, caffeine and snacks, and that's where you come in. We need your help to keep this campaign fueled. With every dollar you donate, you're not just supporting a brighter future for America, you're also keeping my fridge stocked with crap like Diet Mountain Dew and Slim Jims. You might be asking yourself, JD, why Diet Mountain Dew? Well, folks, it's because it's the only thing that keeps me going during those long hours on the campaign trail. And the Slim Jims, they're the perfect snack for a hard-working VP candidate like myself. With your generous donation of just $5, you can supply me with a refreshing can of Diet Mountain Dew. For $10, you can throw in a couple of Slim Jims. And for $50, you'll be sponsoring a whole day's worth of energy and deliciousness. So please click the link below and donate today. Together we can make America great again. One Diet Mountain Dew and Slim Jim at a time. Thank you, America, and God bless. Oh, and by the way, I love cats. I have no problem with cats, just women. And as a side note, that dolphin at the Cincinnati Zoo is a damn liar.
Never has a VP candidate been so strange. Like looking through a couch for some loose change. Then came in JD, that's his name. Making love to couches, that's his game. JD loves dolphins more than anything. JD loves them dolphins more than the right way. If America's full of childless cat ladies, then JD JD's taste is quite bizarre. He's an aquatic aficionado. He's the couch commissar. It's quite clear he's gone too far. JD Vance lowered that bar. JD's taste is quite bizarre. He's an aquatic aficionado. He's the couch commissar. It's quite clear he's gone too far. JD Vance lowered that bar. JD loves dolphins more than anything. JD loves them dolphins more than the right way. If America's full of childless cat ladies, then JD seeing dolphins makes him go crazy. Look, dolphins are great, and couches are comfy. When Vance sees those, the man gets humped. JD loves dolphins more than anything. JD loves them dolphins more than the right way. If America's full of childless cat ladies, then JD seeing dolphins makes him go crazy. He got banned from IKEA, as well as Korea. Can't go to SeaWorld, JD got hurled. So hide your sofas and all your sea swine, cause when JD sees one, Vance will be like. That's from IKEA, as well as Korea. Can't go to SeaWorld, JD got hurled. So hide your sofas and all your sea swine, cause when JD sees one, Vance will be like. JD loves dolphins more than anything. JD loves them dolphins more than the right way. If America's full of childless cat ladies, then JD seeing dolphins makes him go crazy. He got banned from IKEA as well as Korea. Can't go to SeaWorld, JD got hurled. So hide your sofas, now your seats one, cause when JD sees one, Vance will be like.
Welcome everyone to the grand opening of JD's Monkey Nuts. Our specialty is country fried monkey nuts. You heard that right, folks.
There's been a lot of controversy about your investment in a company that was reportedly burning monkey testicles. How do you respond to those allegations?
Great question, and I'm glad you asked. The rumors you've heard are true, but let me assure you, it was all for a good cause. Pauses for dramatic effect. To bring you the most delicious, mouth-watering country fried monkey nuts.
Are you saying that burning monkey testicles was part of your culinary research?
Exactly. We've been hard at work perfecting the recipe. It's all about achieving that perfect crispy texture and unique flavor. And let me tell you folks, it's worth it.
This is outrageous. How can you justify such cruelty?
I understand your concerns, but I promise every nut is handled with the utmost care and respect. Our chef, Chef Nutter, is here to explain more about our process.
That's right, JD. Our secret is in the seasoning. We use a special blend of 11 herbs and spices to give our monkey nuts that unforgettable taste. Plus, they're fried to golden perfection.
But what about the ethical concerns?
Ethics schmethics. When you taste our monkey nuts, you'll understand. Besides, we've partnered with local zoos to ensure that no monkeys are harmed in the making of our delicacies. We only use the finest, naturally shed monkey nuts.
That doesn't even make sense.
And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, free samples.
These monkey nuts sure are delicioso.
I hate to admit it, but these monkey nuts are scrumdiddlyumptious.
See, I told you. JD's Monkey Nuts. Good for your taste buds, good for the community. Remember, folks, it's all for a good cause.
Fine, they're tasty, but this isn't over, Vance.
Enjoy your monkey nuts, everyone, and don't forget to check out our new menu items like the Monkey Nut Milkshake and the Monkey Nut Sundae. Welcome to JD's Monkey Nuts, where every bite is an adventure. Remember, folks, at JD's Monkey Nuts, we're nuts about you.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have a very special guest. Please welcome the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Mr. President, thank you for joining us.
Well, it's great to be here, Anderson. You know, back in my day, we didn't have these fancy cameras and all this technology. We had, what do you call it, the radio. That's right. I used to listen to FDR on the radio with my grandpappy.
That's quite a memory, sir. Now let's talk about the current economic situation. Can you explain your administration's plan to combat inflation?
Inflation, yes, inflation. You know, my dad used to say, Joey, inflation is like a balloon. If you blow too hard, it'll pop. And speaking of balloons, did I ever tell you about the time I accidentally let go of a balloon at the county fair? It floated right up into the sky. Never saw it again. Sad day. Very sad.
Right. Moving on. What are your thoughts on the current state of foreign relations, particularly with China?
China. You know, I once met a guy named Charlie Chan. Great guy. We had a chat about chopsticks and how tricky they can be. Have you ever tried eating spaghetti with chopsticks, Anderson? It's a real challenge. I tell you, it's like trying to catch a chicken with a fishing net.
Interesting analogy, Mr. President. Let's switch to climate change. What initiatives are you putting in place to address this global issue?
Climate change. Yeah, it's like when you're out fishing and the weather suddenly changes. 1 minute it's sunny, next thing you know, you're in the middle of a thunderstorm. Reminds me of a time in Scranton when my buddy and I got caught in the rain with only a newspaper to cover us. Ended up looking like a couple of wet dogs. And speaking of dogs, did you know Major loves to chase his tail?
Sir, if you could please take a seat. We still have a few more questions.
Lights are too bright, like the ones in my uncle's garage. He had this old Buick, beautiful car. But one day it just stopped working. We tried everything, even called my cousin Vinny. You know Vinny, right? Great guy, could fix anything with a hammer and duct tape.
Mr. President, please, we need to finish the interview.
Finish, yes. You know, when I was a kid, we never finished our ice cream cones. Always had to save some for later. But you can't save everything, Anderson. Some things you just gotta let go. Ice cream man, wait. I'm coming.
Well, folks, that was President Joe Biden. Stay tuned for more coherent conversations after the break.
Hey, Jack, could I get a chocolate chip cone? Hey, wait a minute, don't I know you?
I get that a lot. Here you go.
Thanks, Jack.
What an nincompoop. Hey. Enjoy your chocolatey X-Lax ice cream, moron. This is way too easy.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have breaking news. We are live via satellite with President Donald J. Trump. Good evening, sir. Would you tell our audience what you're doing tonight?
Good evening, Hannity, my loyal brown noser. I am out here tonight on this electric boat because the fake news media, very bad people, by the way, ran their mouths about my shark and electric boat comments from my rally. So I'm out here to prove my point.
Sir, that sounds dangerous. Are you sure you want to do that?
Trust me, Hannity, I ask my people. I have the very best people. Where would the best spot be to run into sharks? And that is where I am.
To find sharks? You mean on purpose?
Are you not listening to the words coming out of my mouth, Hannity? Yes, on purpose. How else could I prove my point?
Oh, no, sir, there is one behind you now, and he looks angry.
Uh-oh, this might have been a mistake.
Sir, do you want me to call someone?
Who exactly are you going to call, you moron, Aquaman? Oh, my God, no shark, no. Bad shark, help.
Sir, watch out. Oh, my God.
Oh, the humanity, help.
We will be right back after this commercial. Cut the feed. Sir, I will be right there.
Hi, I'm Alex Jones. Will you be an angel for a helpless frog? Every day, innocent frogs are chemically abused, and they're crying out for help. Please call the number on your screen and join the InfoWars Frog Protection Agency with a monthly gift. Right now, for just $18 a month. No more government lies. You're rescued, my dear frogs, in this crazy parade. In the arms of an Alex, your colors won't fade. From the deep, dark shadows where the truth is unclear, I'll fight off the toxins. So have no fear. No more mind control madness. No clandestine plot. In the arms of an Alex, you'll be safe, like it or not. So lie down in the freedom. Oh, just close your eyes. You're safe from conspiracies. No more government lies. You're rescued, my dear frogs, in this crazy parade. In the arms of an Alex, your colors won't fade. The rivers may flow with secrets untold, but the truth, my dear frogs, will make you bold. From the broadcast towers to the hidden... Only 60 cents a day. You'll help rescue frogs from their abusers and provide medical care, food, shelter, and love. Call or join online in the next 30 minutes, and you'll receive this welcome kit with a photo of a frog in some pond right now. One who's been given a second chance thanks to you. Your colors won't fade. In the arms of an Alex, you're finally free from the shadows of doubt and the tyranny. So swim in the waters, pure and divine. In the arms of an Alex, you'll always be fine. Right now, there's a frog who needs you. Your call says I'm here to help. Please call right now.
Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. No actual frogs were consulted or harmed during the making of this video. All references to turning frogs gay are based on satirical interpretations of Alex Jones' infamous rants and do not reflect any scientific consensus. Please do not send money to Alex Jones or anyone claiming to prevent frog transformations of any kind. Remember, frogs just want to live their best amphibian lives, free from human-induced drama. Thank you for watching, and may your streams stay chemical-free and your frogs happy.
The vice presidential debate is wrapped up, and it is looking like debate season is over as a whole. Let's look over the VP debate, but one topic specifically, that being January 6th and the peaceful transfer of power.
And it manifested itself because of Donald Trump's inability to say. He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just ask that. Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
Has she?
Damning non-answer indeed. I mean, the fact we're still stuck on this issue 4 years later is ridiculous, but it's quite an important issue. If you can't even face the fact that you've lost, then do you really deserve to be president or vice president?
Because look, when Mike Pence made that decision to certify that election, that's why Mike Pence isn't on this stage. What I'm concerned about is, where is the firewall with Donald Trump? Where is the firewall if he knows he could do anything, including taking an election, and his vice president's not going to stand to it? That's what we're asking you, America. Will you stand up? Will you keep your oath of office, even if the president doesn't? And I think Kamala Harris would agree. She wouldn't have picked me if she didn't think I would do that, because of course that's what we would do. So America, I think you've got a really clear choice on this election of who's going to honor that democracy and who's going to honor Donald Trump.
J.D. Vance has claimed that had he been in that situation, he would not have certified the election, subverting the people's will. But the next thing J.D. Vance says is just absolutely false and is frankly disqualifying if everything else wasn't already.
First of all, it's really rich for Democratic leaders to say that Donald Trump is a unique threat to democracy when he peacefully gave over power on January the 20th, as we have done for 250 years in this country. Peacefully.
We just had protesters. Peace circle, breach the line. We need backup.
Peacefully.
Mike Pence didn't have the courage to do what should have been done to protect our country and our Constitution, giving states a
peacefully. Peacefully.
We can't hold this. We're gonna get too many fucking people. Look at this fucking vantage point, man. We're fucked.
Peacefully.
Trump peacefully gave over power because he had no choice. The riot that he incited ultimately failed. January 6th is absolutely his fault, as it was based on the false pretenses that the 2020 election was stolen, folks. Joe Biden barely even won. He only won with 40,000 votes across 3 states, Georgia, Arizona, and Wisconsin. If that's stolen, then the Democrats did an awful job. Trump showed weak leadership during the COVID pandemic, and a majority of Americans were sick and tired of dealing with Trump's rhetoric. January 6th would not have happened if Trump simply conceded the election, but he's a sore loser. Before the election even happened, he said it'd be rigged both in 2016, 2020, and now in 2024. Minus the lying, this was a pretty normal debate. I'm Jordan Klepper. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you disliked it, leave a dislike and a hate comment. Thank you all. Have a good one, folks.
Tired
of holiday dinners turning into political battlefields? Black September Records presents the perfect gift for those relatives who have been ruining every holiday since 2016. Donald Trump and the J6 Choir live from Rikers Island. The album that brings a whole new meaning to Behind Bars. Featuring hits like Jingle Bell Stop the Steal, Deck the Halls with Election Fraud, and All I Want for Christmas is a Recount. Finally, a gift that keeps on giving, peace and quiet during Christmas dinner. Order now and we'll throw in a free set of earplugs because, let's face it, you're going to need them.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 32 felonies and a solid Rikers steeple and a fort in pinstripes with gates.
Hey, Donald, we need to talk.
Hey, hippie, can't you see I'm in the middle of something here? Oh, crap. What seems to be your major malfunction, hippie? Get me down.
You have been running around grifting Christians for far too long, Donald. I have had it. You claim to be the chosen one, right? So let's test that out. If you can come back in 3 days, I will let you be.
What are you squawking about John Lennon? Who sent you? Obama or Roseanne Barr?
Donald, you have destroyed everything you have ever touched in your entire life. I will not stand down and stand by and watch you finish destroying my church. If I let you down, you need to come clean to everyone.
Are you crazy? I'm not sorry for anything I have done in my entire life, and I sure am not going to now. You, on the other hand, may want to get me down and start running.
And why exactly would I do that?
Look behind you, hippie. Here come my followers.
Again? You have got to be kidding me.
Enough. My children, please stop telling everyone that I am using Donald Trump. Donald Trump is using you.
As we move forward in uniting our nation after the horrific events on Saturday, I will proceed to spew bile that will only drive our country further. This dismissal of the lawless indictment in Florida should be just the first step. You can't prosecute a Lil King. Followed quickly by the dismissal of all the witch hunts. I'm treated worse than Lincoln, folks. They're trying to Joan of Arc me. The January 6th hoax in Washington, D.C., that insurrection I incited, the Manhattan DA's zombie case. I'm a legitimate businessman who pays $750 in taxes while you suffer. The New York AG scam. The only scam happening is when you buy my merch or donate to me. Fake claims about a woman I never met. A decades-old photo in a line with her then-husband does not count. Just like the photos with me and Epstein, I totally don't know him or haven't flown on his planes. And the Georgia Perfect phone call charges. I thought I had that twerp. He just had to find 17,000 votes. I tried to wring him out like an Italian mob boss. The Democrat Justice Department coordinated all of these political attacks. I chanted, lock her up, and now they're trying to lock me up. Not fair, especially for a Lil King, which are an election interference conspiracy against Joe Biden's political opponent, which is me, the greatest, most bestest President King ever, me. Let us come together to end all weaponization of our justice system, despite the fact that during the debate I said I'd be seeking retribution and make America great again, which involves me taking no responsibility for my actions.
It's been a hot minute, folks, but now we're back with a special Klepper's Corner. Today's topic is, of course, the first, well, not exactly the first after the last guy flopped so hard, the second presidential debate between Republican nominee former President Donald Trump and Vice President Democrat nominee Kamala Harris. The stakes were quite high after Biden's extremely poor performance in the first debate, which ultimately resulted in him throwing in the towel. Harris really had to outperform. Let's take a close look at some of the highlights and see how it went for both parties.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
See you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Whoa, wow, wow. I cannot believe it, folks. Is that a handshake between two competitors in the year of 2024? I mean, pun intended. This is unprecedented. Kamala Harris with the power play and initiating that handshake. What a move.
Bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us, and I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans. I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter.
They go crazy when I mention Dr. Hannibal Lecter. You know who that was? They say, why does he keep mentioning Hannibal Lecter? Well, you see, he was a slightly troubled patient in an insane asylum, and he'd love to have you for dinner, you right there. He'd love to have you for dinner.
He will talk about windmills cause cancer.
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay? You know, the thing makes it so... And of course, it's like a graveyard for birds. If you love birds, you'd never want to walk under a windmill.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you. You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires.
She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there. And then showing them in a different light. So you can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. One of the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. And it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
Wow. Just wow. Trump got dog walked by Kamala right there. She laid out the bait, and he absolutely jumped at it. This man's ego is far too big for him not to brag about his own rally sizes. And here he's spreading the false narrative that there's Haitian immigrants eating people's pets in Springfield. A presidential candidate this year spreading a story like this certainly was not on my bingo card. And on the topic of insane asylums and Hannibal Lecter, I might go criminally insane if I have to listen to Donald Trump scream into that microphone one more time. And with that, I'm Jordan Klepper. This was Klepper's Corner. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a good one, folks.
Just to go into another subject, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
It started out in Springfield on a Tuesday night. Stray dogs disappearing gave the folks a fright. Cats too, nowhere to be found. Neighborhood's quiet, not a single sound. Word on the street said they crossed the line. Illegal immigrants with a taste of vine. For Fido, Fluffy Rover too. for cooking up something in a backyard stew. Who's taking all the bets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. Sheriff said we're on the case. Can't have no chihuahuas going to waste. But every night more pups were gone, like a pet snatching magic trick at dawn. Now the neighbors stay up late in dread, thinking about mittens ending up well fed. On the other side of that border wall, in a taco truck with your cat on call. Who's taking all the bets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. Down in Dayton, they formed a squad. Pet rescue vigilantes praying to God. Patrolling the streets with nets in hand, catching culprits from a distant land. But the immigrants, oh, they're slick and sly. Couldn't catch them, no matter how they try. Turns out they got skills with traps and tricks, turning Garfield into tasty catfish sticks. Who's taking all the bets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. Now it's hit Cincinnati, pets all gone. The border's moved, but the meat's still on. Got your doggy in enchiladas tight, but I swear that sauce don't taste quite right. Grandma's cat in a quesadilla. Oh, and don't ask about the Chihuahua tortilla. The headlines scream it's a national crime, but the tacos, damn, they taste divine. Who's taking all the bets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. Now there's whispers, it's all a scheme to take your poodle and your golden dream from Mexico straight to Buckeye Land. Furry friends lost to a dinner plan. But some folks say, let them eat, as long as it's with salsa and some spice real sweet. So Ohio's torn, pets gone or stay. All I know is taco night just ain't the same way. Who's taking all the pets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. Now there's whispers, it's all a scheme to take your poodle and your golden dream from Mexico straight to Buckeye Land. Furry friends lost to a dinner plan. But some folks say, let them eat, as long as it's with salsa and some spice real sweet. So Ohio's torn, pets gone or stay. All I know is taco night just ain't the same way. Who's taking all the pets in Ohio? It's immigrants, the illegal kind. Oh no, Fluffy's on a plate, Rover's in the stew. Lock up your pets or there'll be dinner too. The pipes.
It's Kleppin' time, folks. Welcome to Klepper's Corner, where we're making America weird, but like in a good way. Speaking of weird, we got the absolutely best VP pick ever, J.D. Vance, tremendous pick Donald, who's in the news for, you guess it, nothing good. J.D. was speaking to firefighters. In fact, the same crowd that VP pick Walds spoke to. And let's just say, the reception Vance got over Walds wasn't exactly great. Roll, roll, roll the clips.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Well, Semper Fi, guys. We got some, it sounds like we got some fans and some haters. That's okay. Listen. Now, President Trump and I are proud to be the most pro-worker Republican ticket in history. And I want to talk about why we're fighting for working people, why we're going to fight for unions and non-union alike.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt, but I think this'll hurt more.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Squidward! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip! Boo! Hip hip!
Boo! You stink!
Now, after getting the cold shoulder by these brave firefighters, J.D. then goes on to drop some of his incredible social awkwardness lines in an attempt to, I suppose, charm the crowd. Of course, it doesn't work. A garbage can is more charming than J.D. Vance. Roll the clip.
The Republican and Democrat conventions we just had, it says a lot who each party chose to put up on that stage. At the Republican convention, we were featuring everyday American workers, and of course, we had Hulk Hogan. And while it's tempting, and I'm sure it would make some big headlines, don't worry, everybody, I'm not going to try to take off my shirt here.
Having Hulk Hogan on your side is not exactly the brag that JD thinks it is. And I can say this with absolute certainty that we do not, and I mean do not, need to see you rip your shirt off, JD. Unless you're just trying to ruin your chances at winning like you do every time you speak, then go right ahead. Will J.D. Vance say something cringe? Will he be absolutely repulsive? Will he unequivocally ruin any chance Trump has at winning? Find out on the next episode of Klepper's Corner. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one.
And now, a word from our totally legit, totally real sponsor.
Looks like the comedy video has got you upset. Wait. Before you post a negative comment or thumbs down this video, have we got a treat for you? Black September Studios is proud to have Dick's Chips and Snacks be a sponsor of this video. Remember, that's Dick's Chips and Snacks. So eat a bag of Dick's today and smile.
Oh, man, yeah! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Klepper's Corner, the show where you lose your faith in America, one clip at a time. Today, we're talking about Robert Kennedy Jr., more commonly referred to as RFK Jr. A story was about to break from the New Yorker, so rather than letting them break it, he broke it himself. Oh, God, roll the clip.
I was taking a group of people falconing up in Goshen, New York, up in the Hudson Valley, and I was supposed to meet them there at like maybe 8 or 9. I was driving up maybe, really early, like 7, and then woman in a van in front of me hit a bear and killed it, a young bear. So I pulled over and I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear, and it was very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator. And you can do that in New York State. You can get a bear tag for a roadkill bear. And so then we went hawking, and I had the bear in my car. And then we had a really good day, and we went late. We were catching a lot of game, and the people really loved it, so we stayed late. And instead of going back to my home in Westchester, I had to go right to the city because there was a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse. And at the end of the dinner, it went late, and I realized I couldn't go home. I had to go to the airport. And the bear was in my car, and I didn't want to leave the bear in the car, because that would have been bad. So then I thought, at that time, this was a little bit of the redneck in me. There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes. And saw a couple of people had gotten killed, and it was every day, and people had gotten badly injured. Every day it was in the press. And so I thought, I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. And I said, I had an old bike in my car that somebody had asked me to get rid of it. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park, and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. It'll be funny for people. So everybody thought that's a great idea. So we went and did that, and we thought it would be amusing for whoever found it or something. The next day, it was like, it was on every television station. It was the front page of every paper, and I turned on the TV, and there was like a mile of yellow tape, and there were 20 cop cars. There were helicopters flying over it. And I was like, oh my God. What did I do? And then there was some people on TV in Tyvek suits with gloves on lifting up the bike, and they're saying they're going to take this up to Albany to get it fingerprinted. And I was worried because my prints were all over that bike. Luckily, the story died down after a while, and it stayed dead for a decade, and the New Yorker somehow found out about it, and they're going to do a big article on me, and that's one of the articles. So they asked me, the fact checker said, you know, it's going to be a bad story.
I think it's a great story.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, but I think I can start by saying what the guess Trump isn't alone in being weird. In news that can only be described as not for the squeamish, RFK Jr. was seen posing with this bear, getting ready to skin the bear. It's like Bear Grylls meets Hannibal Lecter, but with less finesse and more roadkill. I mean, this is beyond parody. This guy, who's a multimillionaire, is scraping roadkill off the highway and is planning to throw it in his freezer. Oh, but before I do that, let me go to the steakhouse that I made reservations for. At this point, RFK is sounding like a Batman villain. Trichinosis would be a good name for him. I've heard he's familiar with parasites and worms. And let's not brush over the fact that after leaving the bear in his car while at a steakhouse, he ultimately dumped it out at Central Park to make it look like a biking accident. How mental do you have to be to do something like that and think it'd be even remotely funny? Just goes to show how disconnected from reality he is. That's it for this unbearable episode of Klepper's Corner. If you enjoyed, do make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.
Are you tired of the same old boring dinners? Chicken, beef, fish, yawn. Well, folks, we've got something wild for you, literally.
Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I've spent years foraging the highways and byways of America to bring you my latest cookbook, Roadkill Gourmet Wild Recipes for the Brave Stomach.
That's right, folks. With RFK Jr.'s Roadkill Recipe Book, you'll learn to turn any unfortunate encounter into a delicious 5-star meal.
Why waste a perfectly good deer, a raccoon, or possum? It's free range, organic, and pre-tenderized by Mother Nature herself.
You'll master such delicacies as skunk stroganoff, armored armadillo stew, and my personal favorite, flattened ferret fajitas.
All natural, all American.
I never thought I'd eat a coyote, but with RFK Jr.'s recipe for backwoods barbecue, I've never been happier. Heck, the kids even asked for seconds.
But wait, there's more. Order now and get RFK Jr.'s bonus guide, Grillmaster's Guide to the Great Interstate.
Because you never know what might wander onto your plate.
Call now and we'll even throw in the Roadkill Rescue Kit complete with a spatula, car scraper, and portable hazard lights.
Don't let good meat go to waste, folks.
RFK Jr.'s Roadkill Gourmet, because dinner is just one highway away.
Call 1-800-ROADKILL for your copy today. And remember, if it's fresh and flat, it's dinner. Oh man, you can really taste the asphalt.
Welcome back to Klepper's Corner, where we dive into the most absurd moments in politics and ask the tough questions like, are we sure this isn't all just a bad reality show? Tonight we're talking about Donald Trump and his very complicated relationship with the American flag. Now Trump has made it clear that he loves the flag. In fact, he's so protective of it that he once called for anyone who burns the American flag to be thrown in prison for a year because nothing says freedom like locking people up for using their First Amendment rights. Roll the clip.
And we do not need more people who want to burn our flag. I watched yesterday and the day before, they're burning our American flag. And I said, I know they say it's unconstitutional. Well, make it not unconstitutional. You burn our American flag, you should get immediately mandatory 1 year in jail.
A whole year, that's right. Instead of burn a flag, go to jail. Pretty straightforward, huh? But here's where it gets interesting. You see, the proper and respectful way to dispose of an American flag when it's old or tattered is, wait for it, burning it. That's right, folks. So if you're following Trump's logic, we should be throwing the Boy Scouts and veterans groups in jail, too. Roll the next clip.
Now, if you fly a flag, it will inevitably become worn and tattered. And you may wonder, how do you retire Old Glory respectfully? American flags can be retired through a ceremonial burning. Many organizations, including the American Legion, local VFWs, and Boy Scout troops, accept flags for burning and will properly retire the flag. But if your flag's made of a synthetic material like nylon, burning it creates hazardous fumes which are harmful to human health and the environment, so burning is not an option. There are other options, as the flag code states, that flags must be destroyed in a dignified way. Nylon flags can be mailed to the American Flags Express for recycling. There's a fee to cover the cost of sorting, storing, and transporting to a fabric recycler. You might consider a DIY retirement. The Boy Scouts suggest cutting apart your flag, but you have to do it so you don't cut through the blue field of stars. That symbolically maintains the Union. Once cut apart, it's no longer a flag. If you live near a Goodwill, bring the fabric scraps of your former flag for their textile recycling program. If recycling's not available, then disposal in the trash is acceptable since the scraps are no longer considered a flag.
Oh, no, someone call the cops. It's like they're out there committing respectful acts of patriotism or something. But hold on, we're just getting started. Let's talk about the latest trend among Trump supporters putting Trump's face on the American flag. You heard me right. They're literally slapping his mug right on Old Glory because nothing says respect for the flag like turning it into a giant Trump campaign banner. I mean, can you imagine if someone did that with Obama's face? The uproar would be deafening. But for Trump, it's apparently the most patriotic thing you can do. The hypocrisy is almost as big as Trump's ego. There it is, folks. The flag is now the ultimate Trump accessory. What's next? Trump-branded apple pie. Maybe a little Statue of Liberty with a Maga hat. So, let's recap. Trump wants you in jail for burning the flag, even though that's the proper way to dispose of it. Meanwhile, his supporters are defacing it with his face and calling it patriotic. It's like a never-ending loop of irony, and we're all stuck watching it. So to all the flag-loving, Trump-worshipping patriots out there, maybe it's time to take a step back and ask yourselves, what exactly are we celebrating here, the flag or the man? Because from where I'm standing, it's looking a lot more like the latter. That's all for tonight's episode of Klepper's Corner. Keep questioning, keep laughing, and remember, sometimes the biggest joke is the one you don't even see coming. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Klepper's Corner, where we sift through the political chaos to find those moments that make you go, wait, what? Tonight, we're questioning the choice of J.D. Vance and looking at the latest shenanigans from Trump's entourage. Buckle up, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. Let's start with J.D. Vance. You might remember him as the guy who wrote Hillbilly Elegy and then decided to join the circus. Sorry, I mean politics. Recently, people on both sides of the aisle have been questioning if he was the right choice. Let's roll the clip.
First, I want to talk about you because you've got a lot of people talking about you on both the Democrat side and the Republican side. You've heard the chatter. They're saying, some people are saying you were the wrong pick for Trump's running mate. What are you doing about it?
Well, Maria, all I can do is go out there and prosecute the case against Kamala Harris.
Wow, that was painful to watch. It's like watching a deer in headlights, except the deer is holding a copy of Hillbilly Elegy and wondering how it got here. Now, let's move on to Trump's recent behavior at the NABJ convention in Chicago. It went about as well as you'd expect, and by that I mean it was a dumpster fire. Here's Chris Christie chiming in on Trump's performance. Roll the clip.
Impulse. You can't imagine that anybody who understands anything about politics would say, hey, here's a great idea. Go to the National Association of Black Journalists and question whether Kamala Harris is really black or not. This is what happens, George, and this is how you can tell that this race is changing. Because what happens is when Donald Trump's ahead and he feels like he's comfortably ahead, he is willing to go with conventional, smart political advice. As soon as he thinks it's getting close, he goes back to the greatest hits. You saw this at the convention when he didn't think he was getting the reaction he wanted from the beginning of the speech. He went back to the greatest hits. You saw it at the NABJ, and you saw it last night in Atlanta.
Attacking the Republican governor.
Right. Now, here's Brian Kemp, who he has attacked mercilessly since 2020. sponsored a primary candidate against him, who, by the way, Kemp got 70% of the vote against in the primary, beat Trump's endorsed candidate. And this is a guy who won big in 2022 when lots of other Republicans up and down the ticket, including in Georgia, were losing. And so to attack Kemp is a stupid thing, but this is who he is, George. This is personal. He's juvenile. And so he's going to continue to attack not only Brian Kemp, but the women of Georgia should have heard loud and clear last night. He attacked First Lady Marty Kemp just as viciously as he attacked the governor. And that's the greatest hits. That's what he'll.
Donald, what were you thinking? That's the kind of reaction you get when even your allies are like, dude, maybe tone it down a notch. Now, let's talk about the people surrounding Trump. It's like he collected the weirdest action figures and brought them to life. You've got J.D. Vance, who seems perpetually confused. Chris Christie, who's always hungry for more, literally and metaphorically. And then there's Rudy Giuliani, who looks like he was thawed out from a cryogenic chamber just in time for another bizarre press conference. And who could forget Mike Lindell, the MyPillow guy, who somehow turned from selling pillows to peddling conspiracy theories. I mean, if you told me 5 years ago that a pillow salesman would become a political figure, I'd say you were dreaming on one of his pillows. And let's not forget Trump himself. He's like a reality TV star who never got the memo that the show was canceled. He's the guy who keeps crashing the party, except it's the same party, and he's always in the spotlight. So to everyone wondering if J.D. Vance was the right choice, or why Trump's entourage is so bizarre, I have to say it's like watching the weirdest, most dysfunctional family reunion ever. And you can't look away because it's just too entertaining. Until next time, keep questioning, keep laughing, and remember, politics might be a mess, but at least it's never boring. Seriously, where do they find these people? It's like casting for a reality show gone wrong. Good evening, folks. Welcome to Klepper's Corner, where we dive into the wacky, wild world of politics. Tonight, we're addressing a rather interesting phenomenon. We're talking about Christians who support Donald Trump. Now, to be clear, everyone's entitled to their political beliefs. But let's take a closer look at some of the, shall we say, highlights of the Trump era and see if we can reconcile them with Christian values. Roll the first clip.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe.
Ah, yes. There's nothing quite as Christ-like as mocking the afflicted, right? Christians, what would Jesus do? Pretty sure he wouldn't be doing that. Next clip.
The Maga, just I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
Now, I'm no biblical scholar, but I'm fairly certain there's a commandment or two about respecting others. Or maybe I'm thinking of the part where Jesus said, "Thou shalt boast about thy sins on tape." Let's keep it rolling.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so.
Never asked for forgiveness, really? Jesus' whole deal was about forgiveness. If you're not into that, I think you're in the wrong religion, my friend. Now let's dive deeper. For the Christians out there, how do you square this? Is there a passage in the Bible about ignoring humility, compassion, and honesty? Because if so, I must have missed that Sunday school lesson. And before you say, but he's against abortion. Sure, let's give credit where credit is due. But is one stance enough to overlook everything else? I mean, Jesus also said to love thy neighbor, feed the hungry, and welcome the stranger. But hey, let's check out one more clip just for fun.
Prompted the president to question, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here?
Wow, such Christ-like love and respect for our global neighbors. Nothing says love thy neighbor quite like blatant racism. So to my Christian friends supporting Trump, help me out here. I'm genuinely curious. How do you reconcile these actions with the teachings of Jesus? Because if your answer is, we're all sinners, well, congratulations. You've just justified everyone and anyone for everything, ever. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and remember, WWJD, definitely not that. Good night, everyone.
Hello, my children. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's been weighing heavily on my mind. This is the Trump Bible. Yes, it has the Constitution in it, the Bill of Rights, and even an American flag on the cover. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jesus, isn't that a bit much? Exactly. The Bible is a sacred text meant to guide people spiritually, not a political manifesto. Mixing it with political documents and symbols is just wrong. Now, I'm glad there's at least one preacher out there who understands this. Roll the clip.
Some of you bring politics into the church. You think that politics is spiritual stuff. Politics is of this world. You think it's your duty to be political about this, that, and the other. No, your duty is to serve the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, body, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Don't be talking to me about my spiritual responsibility to vote. I don't have a spiritual responsibility to vote. I have a civic privilege. Don't be telling me that voting is spiritual. See, that's what happens when you don't read and pray. When you don't read and pray, you say, wow, there's a Bible out now that includes the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Isn't that wonderful? No. No, it's disgusting. It's blasphemous. It's a ploy. Are you kidding me? Some of you are so encouraged by that. Let me tell you something. The gospel is not an American gospel. It is the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. But Pastor, I bought the Bible. Really? You're telling me that you're encouraged because someone took a government, U.S. Constitution, a document that says we are of the people, by the people, and for the people, the people, the people, the people. And you have put it right beside the Word of God, which is eternal, unchanging, which says, of Him, by Him, through Him, to Him, from Him are all things, and you're going to put those together and be happy about it? God forbid. Now, you can get mad if you want to, but I'm going to tell you something. If you glory in that kind of thing, you don't have a prayer life. If you glory in that kind of mess, political mess, you do not know what the Word of God says. I'm going to rear back and tell you something. This is not my home. This world is not my home. I've been sent out just like the 70 were sent out. You've been put here and sent out just like the 70 were sent out. We've been put here as strangers and pilgrims, and we are passing through. I am just walking through. I'm just renting an apartment for a little while in this strange and foreign land. No, sir. My real citizenship is in heaven, from which we look for the Lord Jesus Christ.
See? Someone gets it. Now let's keep the sacred sacred and the secular, well, where it belongs. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. As you can see, I am not the Donald Trump you all know. No, I am John Barron, world-renowned businessman, philanthropist, and really, really cool dude. Believe me, he has joy more, way more than those other two.
Mr. Barron, you look an awful lot like Donald Trump.
I get that a lot. It's the hair, but no, I assure you I'm John Barron. Donald and I are distant cousins. He's the best. Great guy, tremendous guy. But enough about him. I'm here to announce something big, something huge.
What exactly are you announcing?
I'm donating $2 billion to a brand new super PAC. It's called Trump is a Really Cool Dude, Believe Me.
Isn't that a little self-serving, Mr. Barron?
No. This is purely out of the goodness of my heart. I mean, have you met Donald Trump? What a guy. He's done so much for this country, saved the economy, built the wall, made the best deals, unbelievable deals. This super PAC is just to help remind everyone how cool, amazing, fantastic, and humble Donald Trump really is.
Isn't this super PAC just a way to funnel money into his campaign?
How dare you suggest such a thing? This is about telling the truth. The American people deserve to know that Trump is the coolest dude out there. I mean, have you seen the golf courses, the stakes, the universities, all top-notch, the best of the best?
Where did the $2 billion come from?
Oh, smart investments. I know all the best people, the smartest people, plus a little help from some friends in, let's just say, high places.
Mr. Barron, if you're so close to Donald Trump, why hasn't he ever mentioned you before?
Because I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of guy, the unsung hero, the wind beneath his wings, the shadowy figure in the dark alley. You get the picture, Donald. He's very humble and didn't want to steal my spotlight,
What will the super PAC actually do?
And the usual. See, I said TV ads, rallies, billboards, skywriting, possibly some gold-plated commemorative coins. But mostly we're focusing on spreading the word that Trump is, wait for it, a really cool dude, believe me. And if you don't, well, that's fake news. And
can you provide any proof that you're not just Donald Trump in disguise?
Proof. Look at this mustache. I mean, would Donald Trump wear a mustache? I think not. I'm a totally different guy, believe me.
This is the weirdest press conference I've ever attended.
Now, I can see some of you are skeptical. That's okay. Just remember the name. Trump is a really cool dude, believe me. It's catchy, it's true, and it's going to be you. Thank you.
Only in America.
Joe, it's John Barron. Huge fan of your podcast. Tremendous stuff. Listen, I heard you're thinking about voting for RFK instead of, well, you know who.
Oh, hey, John. Yeah, I've been leaning toward RFK. He's got some interesting views,
Interesting? Joe, let me tell you, nobody's more interesting than Donald Trump. He's got the best views, tremendous views. He knows all the best words, even better than RFK.
Well, RFK is talking about health freedom and stuff that resonates with a lot of people right now.
Health freedom. Joe, Donald Trump has been the healthiest president ever. They wanted to put his picture on the Wheaties box. True story. And he's got stamina. He can outlast anyone. Believe me.
I mean, RFK also talks about climate change and environment, pretty big issues these days.
Climate change? Nobody loves the environment more than Donald Trump. Did you know he planted a tree once? An amazing tree. Everyone said it was the best tree they'd ever seen. Tremendous foliage.
Planting a tree, huh? That's a start.
Absolutely, Joe. And let's talk charisma. RFK may have the Kennedy name, but Donald Trump has the Trump name. It's on towers, steaks, even vodka. Who else can say that?
I guess that's true, but I'm still not convinced.
Listen, Joe, have you seen Trump's golf swing? It's a work of art. People come from all over just to watch him play. RFK can't golf like that. Plus, Donald has the best hair in politics. Unbeatable.
All right, John, you're making a solid pitch here.
Joe, just imagine the ratings if you voted Trump and talked about it on your show. Through the roof, people love it. It would be the most watched episode ever.
I'll think about it, John, but RFK is a pretty compelling guy.
Compelling? Sure, if you like soft-spoken and thoughtful. But if you want excitement and drama, nobody does it better than Donald Trump. It's like a reality show, but real life.
John, you're really selling this.
That's what I do, Joe. I sell. And I'd love to sell you on the greatest president of all time. You won't regret it. I'm sure he may even release the Roswell files.
Nice. All right, John. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for calling in.
Anytime, Joe. Remember, Make America Podcast Again. Tremendous tagline just for you.
Nice. All right, John. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for calling in.
What an idiot.
Mr. Trump, we really need to talk about this new project of yours.
Ah, JD, always here to give me bad news. What's the problem now? Too many people excited about it? Book flying off the shelves already?
It's not flying off the shelves because it hasn't been released yet. That's what I'm here to talk about. This book, My Struggle, it's a little, well, problematic to say the least.
Problematic? No, genius, JD, genius. It's all about the struggles of being me. You know, the toughest job in history, being Donald J. Trump.
But the title, Mr. Trump, My Struggle, do you have any idea what people are going to compare that to?
I struggled, JD. I struggled harder than anyone. Do you know how hard it was to turn a small loan of $1 million into a global empire? They won't even let me tweet anymore. That's a struggle. That's my struggle.
Right, but how about the DVD, sir, a highlight reel of your campaign rallies? Really?
People love my rallies. The greatest rallies in history. Standing room only, tremendous crowds, huge applause, people fainting from too much winning. We're putting together the best moments, JD. It's like the Super Bowl, but for patriotism.
Mr. Trump, the book and the DVD combo, it's so blatant. I mean, you're literally charging people for a book about how great you are, and then throwing in a DVD of them cheering for you.
Exactly. It's called marketing, JD. Ever heard of it? The Trump brand is hot. People need this, and I'm giving them a deal. Buy the book, get the DVD free. That's the art of the deal. You know who taught me that? Me.
What if we just reconsider the name, maybe soften the pitch a little? My Struggle is going to cause confusion.
I hear you, JD. I really do. But look at the cover. Gold lettering, my face, huge hands. It's perfect. Plus, people will buy anything with my name on it. Believe me, I know these things.
You're not listening. This will backfire. The title is questionable. The DVD is, let's say, self-indulgent. You're going to alienate people.
Alienate? JD, I don't alienate, I dominate. This book is going to be bigger than the Bible. People will love it. They'll read it, they'll watch the DVD, and then they'll thank me because I made America great again.
Oh, God. We're really doing this, aren't we?
Relax, JD. You worry too much. Have I ever steered anyone wrong? Introducing the greatest book ever written by anyone, anywhere, My Struggle by Donald J. Trump. Order now and get a free DVD of my most epic rally moments. That's right, folks. The best speeches, the biggest crowds, and the loudest cheers. Guaranteed to make you feel like a winner.
This is madness.
Madness? No, JD, this is success, huge success. Now let's talk about the merch. I've got some red hats left over we can slap a My Struggle logo on.
After a long hiatus and much deliberation, welcome to the season premiere of Deep Thoughts with former President Donald John Trump.
I went to an Ivy League school. I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
Obamacare was lousy health care. Always was. It's not very good today. And what I said, that if we come up with something, and we are working on things, we're going to do it and we're going to replace it. But remember this. I inherited Obamacare because Democrats wouldn't change it. They wouldn't vote for it. They were unanimous. They wouldn't vote to change it. If they would have done that, we would have had a much better plan than Obamacare. But the Democrats came up. They wouldn't vote for it. I had a choice to make when I was president. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, never going to be great, or do I let it rot? And I felt I had an obligation, even though politically it would have been good to just let it rot and let it go away. I decided, and I told my people, the top people, and they're very good people. I have a lot of good people in that administration. We read about the bad ones. We had some real bad ones too, and so do they. They have really bad ones. The difference is they don't get rid of them. But let me just explain. I had a choice to make. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, or do I let it rot? And I saved it. I did the right thing. But It's still never going to be great, and it's too expensive for people. And what we will do is we're looking at different plans. If we can come up with a plan that's going to cost our people, our population, less money and be better health care than Obamacare, then I would absolutely do it. But until then, I'd run it as good as it can be run.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now. But if we come up with something, I would only change it if we come up with something that's better and less expensive. And there are concepts and options we have to do that. And you'll be hearing about it in the not too distant future.
Let's delve into the mind of Donald Trump, shall we? And that was the season premiere of Deep Thoughts with former President Donald John Trump.
I have concepts of a plan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Klepper's Corner. Today's episode is going to be quick, but it's quite important. Today we're talking about Hurricane Helene, an unfortunate natural disaster that has displaced many and has taken Americans away from us. In times like these, you'd expect the country to come together. But of course, in the year of 2024, it's being used to score political points. Let's take a quick look, shall we?
Ideally with the governor, that governor needs to, he's been trying to get them, and I'm sure they're going to come through. But he's been calling the president, hasn't been able to get him. But
I just spoke, the president just called me yesterday afternoon. I missed him and called him right back. And he just said, hey, what do you need? And I told him, you know, we got what we need. We'll work through the federal process. He offered that if there's other things we need, just to call him directly, which I appreciate that.
Whoa, that's very nice from the former president. Great job fact-checking before you say something so wildly ignorant. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of ignorance, let's take a look at this clip. Roll it.
Throughout Georgia, as well as North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Virginia, Alabama, and Tennessee. That's our big one. And the devastation wrought by this storm is incredible. It's so extensive. Nobody thought this would be happening, especially now it's so late in the season for the hurricanes.
Nobody thought this would happen. As we can see with this handy-dandy graphic chart, since I know Donald doesn't like words, we are in the peak of the hurricane season, and if you could remind me, who was the man pushing for members of Congress to get the government to shut down not too long ago? And who rolled back flood standards? Because I'm just not so sure. Donald also falsely claimed that the federal government and NC Democrat Governor Roy Cooper are directly going out of their ways to not help Republican areas. When Trump was asked for proof of this claim, the only words he could muster up were, look into it. So he's just creating another story like his VP picked J.D. Vance. And if we really want to play partisan games, then how about in 2017 when Donald Trump was president and Hurricane Matthew had hit North Carolina and Governor Cooper asked for $900 million in recovery money, but was only given 1% of that in $6.1 million. Who's targeting who, Donald? And with that, if the hurricane has personally affected you, I hope you can recover quickly. Stay safe out there. I'm Jordan Klepper. This was Klepper's Corner. Thank you all. Have a good one.
Election's hard to take. I thought I'd win again. Biggest landslide, they would say. I was ahead, I had to lead, but they cheated, yes indeed. That was me in the White House. That was me on the stage. I was making history. I tried to win again. Now I'm feeling the pain. I'm losing my election again. I don't know if I can take it. Did they rig it? I won't fake it. They all walking out halfway through my rallies. Everyone's to blame. I told the people I'll make us great. They loved me, I sealed the fate. But now the numbers, they went low. How could this even be so? That was me in the Oval, that was me on TV. I was making news daily. I'm fired up again. I know I'm still losing my election again. For sure, everyone's lying, but I'll endure. It's a fraud, a perfect crime. This isn't happening this time. I'm not losing, not my fault. No way, this loss is my own fault. They'll see it's all a hoax. Stop the count, fake news, no jokes. That was me in the rallies. That was me with the fakes. I was making big history. Now I'm stuck with JD. And I'm feeling the pain. I'm losing my election. I'm losing my election again.
Me when I say this, there's never been anything like it. Welcome to Supercharged Asset Mismanagement. It's the biggest, the greatest, and trust me, the most exciting Bitcoin company ever. Period. Better than anything you've seen in your entire life. Okay? Ever. Huge.
That's right, Mr. President. This revolutionary company is going to change everything you know about Bitcoin investing and money in general.
I mean, who needs the stock market? It's a total mess. The dollar, let me tell you, it's going down the drain. But with Supercharged Asset Mismanagement, we make sure your money is working for us. I mean you, like it's supposed to. And remember, folks, our motto says it all. We handle your money like it's ours, because it will be. And trust me, when it's in my hands, it's huge. You'll never see it again, but it'll be the greatest thing that ever happened to you. Maybe.
Mr. President, shouldn't we be, explaining how it works?
Details, JD. Nobody cares about that. All they need to know is that it's big, it's amazing, and you're gonna love it. Plus, we're calling it Trump Coin, just like Bitcoin, but with more class, more Trump, and more, let's just say, excitement.
Right. With Trump Coin, you'll be on the cutting edge of something. It's totally unregulated, which is exactly what people have been asking for. No government, no oversight, just pure, unadulterated Trump.
And let me tell you a secret. This is so good, folks. You're going to want to invest your entire life savings. Don't hold back. Mortgage your house, sell your boat. If you've got a yacht, definitely sell that. Go all in. And if it doesn't work out, well, you're helping the economy. My economy. What could be better?
Right, because even if you lose everything, you're still technically part of a winning team.
Exactly, JD. You're finally getting it. Look, we've had some tremendous success already. Ivanka's in. Don Jr. is all in, believe me. And Jared? Well, Jared's so in, we don't even know where the money is anymore. But folks, this is a limited time offer. Just like my presidency, limited, but boy, did I make a big impact. Huge. So don't wait. Act now. Call the number on your screen. Go to our website. No, we don't take PayPal. We're strictly in the coin business now. The real stuff.
Should we tell them about the risks?
Risk? Look, the only risk here is not getting in fast enough. Time is money, JD. And trust me, time's running out. Just like the government's credibility. But Supercharged Asset Mismanagement? Oh, we've got credibility in spades. So join us. Be a winner. Be a part of the Trump coin revolution. Don't think, just act. And remember, your money is in great hands. My hands.
Call now to invest in Trump Coin, brought to you by Supercharged Asset Mismanagement. Your wallet will never be the same, because it'll be empty. Disclaimer: Supercharged Asset Mismanagement is not responsible for any financial losses, emotional distress, or inexplicable disappearances of your hard-earned savings. By investing in Trump Coin, you agree to waive all rights to complain, file lawsuits, or express dismay when your investment vanishes into thin air like a magic trick, but with fewer wizards and more bankruptcy attorneys. Trump Coin is not legal tender, probably not legal, and may not even technically be a coin. Results may vary. In fact, they will almost certainly vary and most likely for the worse. Consult your financial advisor if you can still afford one after investing. Side effects may include empty bank accounts, awkward conversations with your spouse, sudden urges to appear on reality TV shows, and prolonged confusion about how you ended up here in the first place. Supercharged asset mismanagement is not FDIC insured, SEC regulated, or particularly trustworthy. All sales are final, irreversible, and highly regrettable. Void where prohibited. Actually, probably void everywhere. Call now before common sense kicks in. Supercharged asset mismanagement. Because what's the worst that could happen? Spoiler alert, it's bad.
Where is it? It was right here. This is ridiculous.
Maybe if you cleaned up once in a while, Bob, you wouldn't lose stuff every 5 minutes.
Oh no, Susan, this isn't on me. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Joe Biden.
Wait, what?
Think about it, Biden's economy, inflation, all that chaos. He's got everyone so stressed out, it's affecting my memory. This is exactly how it starts, Susan. You lose a remote one day. Next thing you know, gas is $7 a gallon.
Right, of course. I'm sure Biden personally snuck in and hid the remote just to mess with you.
See, now you're getting it.
This isn't really our fault.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
Jim, we've been fighting for years. You forgot our anniversary 3 times. You spent half of last year in a conspiracy theory rabbit hole about lizard people running the post office.
And who's the one pushing those conspiracies into our heads, huh? Biden. His administration is sowing distrust, making us paranoid, and boom. Next thing you know, you're getting divorced. It's part of his plan. Ruin families, weaken the people.
It's not a plan, Jim. It's just you being an idiot.
That's what they want you to think.
I can't believe I got fired. This is Biden's America, Steve. This is what happens when Sleepy Joe's in charge. Thanks, Joe Biden.
Larry, you were late every day for the last 6 months.
Exactly. And who's been causing all this chaos? Biden. His policies are destroying the supply chain, messing with the clocks probably. I can't even trust my alarm anymore. Plus, with all the traffic jams from his infrastructure plan, it's impossible to be on time.
Didn't you just say you were late because you were up until 3 a.m. watching Tucker Carlson reruns?
Tucker's got to warn us about Biden's socialist agenda. Priorities, Steve. Priorities.
Looks like the comedy video has got you upset. Wait. Before you post a negative comment or thumbs down this video, have we got a treat for you? Black September Studios is proud to have Dick's Chips and Snacks be a sponsor of this video. Remember, that's Dick's Chips and Snacks. So eat a bag of Dick's today and smile.
Oh man, yeah!
Welcome back to Fear Factor 2.0 on WBS Channel 13 Black September Television with your host, Joe Rogan.
Hey, that's me. Welcome to Fear Factor 2.0. I'm your host, Joe Rogan, and tonight we have a very special episode for you. Our contestants are none other than former President wannabe dictator Donald Trump and President Sleepy Joe Biden. Okay, Trump, here we go. You can choose one of the following. Speak one complete sentence without lying, or eat this bowl full of roaches.
Yeah, oh hell, just give me the roaches.
Okay, President Biden, here we go. You also have 2 choices. Stay awake for 5 minutes or... Well, folks, there you have it, I guess. Tune in next week for another episode. Oh, and make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Good night, everyone.
Obadiah, that's the jokes, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest new product launch of the century. Straight from the mind of the one and only Lil King, we present to you Trump's torches and pitchforks.
That's right, folks. You love my steaks, my ties, and my university. Now get ready for the ultimate tool to make your voices heard. It's time to stand down and stand by in style.
Amazing. Tell us, Lil King, what makes these torches and pitchforks so special?
This isn't just any torch. This is a Maga torch. It's got LED lights, a built-in speaker for my greatest hits, and it's flame retardant. Safety first, people.
Wow, that's incredible. And what about the pitchfork?
This baby is made of the finest plastic, light as a feather, but strong enough to poke any election fraud right in the ballot box.
I used to just stand around waiting for the votes to be counted. But now, with Lil King's torch and pitchfork, I feel like I'm really part of the action.
And for a limited time, you can get your very own Lil King torch and pitchfork set for just $19.99. But wait, there's more. Order now, and you'll get a free Stop the Steal t-shirt.
Operators are standing by, just like we want you to. Don't miss out on this opportunity to be part of history. Remember, when the votes are being counted, you need to be ready. And now, you can be ready in style. Make America nuts again.
That's right, folks. Don't delay. Get your Lil King torch and pitchfork set today. Stand down, stand by, and shine bright with Lil King's latest and greatest invention.
Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium is not responsible for any unintended consequences resulting from the use of our products. So torches and pitchforks are intended for decorative purposes only and should not be used in actual protest activities, riots, or any form of mob action. The LED lights in the torch are not to be used as a substitute for regular lighting and may cause temporary blindness if stared at directly for prolonged periods. So the built-in speaker playing Lil King's greatest hits is guaranteed to play on a loop and may result in excessive humming, uncontrollable dancing, or sudden urges to tweet at 3 a.m. The plastic used in the pitchfork is designed to be lightweight and is not suitable for agricultural purposes, self-defense, or poking election fraud, actual or imagined. Do not use the pitchfork to cook marshmallows, spearfish, or as a walking stick. Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium makes no claims regarding the effectiveness of these tools in influencing vote counts, stopping the steal, or making America great again. Any resemblance to actual farm tools is purely coincidental. In the event of a malfunction, do not attempt to repair the torch or pitchfork yourself. Doing so may result in minor injuries, major injuries, or spontaneous combustion. If your torch begins to smoke, overheat, or play non-Lil King music, discontinue use immediately and consult a professional or just throw it away. The Stop the Steal t-shirt included with your purchase is made from 100% synthetic fibers and should not be worn near open flames, including but not limited to Lil King's torches. Standing down and standing by with Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork set does not guarantee that you will be part of any historical event, gain media attention, or receive a personal shout-out from Lil King himself. Results may vary, and your experience may include, but is not limited to, standing in the rain, missing dinner, and questioning your life choices. Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium is not affiliated with any political campaign, candidate, or reality television show. All sales are final and no refunds will be issued except in cases of product defect, natural disasters, or acts of divine intervention. By purchasing our products, you agree to hold harmless Lil King, his associates, and any related parties from any and all claims, lawsuits, or public embarrassment resulting from the use of our torches and pitchforks. Order now. And remember, when it comes to standing down and standing by, do it with Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork set. Operators are standing by to take your call, but not responsible for any advice given regarding the use of our products. Thank you for choosing Lil King's Torch and Pitchfork Emporium, where we light up your life one torch at a time. Whew, there you have it, folks. Order now and remember to use responsibly.
In a world of chaos where politics get wild, there's a feline resistance, every cat and kitten styled. Balls up, claws out, we're taking a stance against Donald Trump and that shady Vance. Cats and kittens unite, we're ready for the fight against Trump and Vance. We'll claw all night, whiskers twitching, tails in the air. These fat cats in power better beware. From the alleyways to the living room phone, every kitty's got a mission, won't leave it alone. Chasing down lies, purring the truth, we're the feline army, bringing the proof. Cats and kittens unite, we're ready for the fight against Trump and Vance. We'll claw all night, whiskers twitching, tails in the air. These fat cats in power better beware. Hairballs for Trump and a hiss for Vance. We'll scratch up their plans, won't give them a chance. 9 lives strong, we'll never back down. Feel our force rising, taking back the town. From tabbies to tuxedo, Siamese and Maine Coons, we're howling at the moon, singing rebellious tunes. Catnip dreams and freedom schemes, paws to the ground, we're crushing their dream. Cats and kittens unite, we're ready for the fight against Trump and Vance. We'll claw all night, whiskers twitching, tails in the air. These fat cats in power better beware. Every cat and the nation, from the big to the small. We're climbing up the walls, we're scratching at the mall. From the city streets to the country lanes, we're taking back our power, driving them insane. So here's to the felines, fighting the fight against Trump and Vance. We'll scratch all night, paws up, claws out, let's make it clear. The cats are in charge, so you better steer clear.
It is being reported, no it isn't, this video is a joke, I repeat, it's a joke, that Donald Trump has officially decided to let J.D. Vance go. Trump has now picked Rudy Giuliani in drag as his running mate.
Yes, folks, believe me, it's a great pick. Roll the clip where I announce it to him.
You know, you're really beautiful. And a woman that looks like that has to have her own special scent.
Oh, thank you. Maybe you could tell me what you think of this scent.
I like that.
This may be the best of all. Oh, you dirty boy, you. Oh. Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
You can't say I didn't try.
Hello, America. I'm Rudy Giuliani, and I've got something amazing for you today. Have you ever been in a high-stress situation and your hair dye starts running down your face? Well, worry no more. Introducing Rudy's hair dye, the only hair dye that can handle the heat. Folks, we've all been there, whether you're defending democracy, fighting off fake news, or just trying to look your best on camera. Sometimes things get a little hot. But with Rudy's hair dye, you'll stay cool, calm, and collected.
I used to worry about my hair dye running during important meetings and surprise press conferences, but now with Rudy's hair dye, I can face any camera with confidence.
Our revolutionary formula is designed to withstand the toughest conditions. Sweat? No problem. Stress? Bring it on. Hot lights of a press conference? Piece of cake? Let me show you how it works.
We've tested Rudy's hair dye under the most intense scenarios. From heated debates to marathon legal battles, this dye doesn't budge. It's sweat-proof, stress-proof, and scandal-proof.
I was giving a 3-hour deposition and not a single drop of dye ran down my face. Thanks, Rudy's hair dye.
Whether I'm on TV or dodging questions, my hair stays perfect with Rudy's hair dye. Hey, you guys know I don't use this crap, right?
Hey, it's Joe Rogan here. You know, I've had some pretty intense conversations on my podcast, but the last thing I need is my hair dye running down my face. With Rudy's hair dye, I can grill my guests without worrying about my hair. It's a game changer.
Don't let the heat get to you. Order Rudy's hair dye today and face any situation with confidence. Call now and you'll get a second bottle free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. Remember, when it comes to keeping your cool, Rudy's hair dye has got you covered.
Rudy's hair dye is the only hair dye trusted by high-profile figures who face intense scrutiny every day. Don't let your hair dye be the reason you lose your cool. Call 1-800-NO-DRIP-DYE now. That's 1-800-NO-DRIP-DYE. Order today and stay cool under pressure.
Today's a special one, folks. Today we are interviewing former President Trump. Without further ado, please welcome the mighty, the gracious, the absolutely stunning President Trump. I can't believe I just said that.
The sooner you start believing that, the better. It's a pleasure to be on your show, especially with that extremely large sum of money you gave me. What kind of money is this anyways? It looks a little strange. This isn't American money, is it?
No, Mr. President, it is not. That's actually Canadian money, about the same value as the U.S. dollar. We just had a little complications. You see, we couldn't withdraw the amount of money you wanted, so we had to go through a Canadian bank to get it.
Oh, yes, I see. They have funny money over there. Interesting place that Canada is. Certainly not better than America, but money is money. Let's get this interview started. You better not ask me any hard questions, or I will not be happy, frankly.
As you wish, Mr. President. The first question here is rather interesting. So on your social media platform, Truth Social, you've been claiming that the rallies Kamala Harris has been holding are fake, and the pictures coming out are actually AI generated. How do you back up these claims when there is video from rally attendees and from many news broadcasters?
Interesting question. I say this is an extremely stupid question. The evidence is overwhelming that Kamala Harris is AI generating her followers. Only I, Donald John Trump, is allowed to have big rallies with many people. The plane had no reflection. Mr. Klepper, it was a fraud, an AI-generated rally.
So you're claiming that despite all of the videos taken from rally goers, from news organizations and photographers, that these rallies are faked by using AI technology. Some are saying that this stance is political suicide and is showing that your mental aptitude may be rapidly declining, Mr. Trump.
What a disgusting accusation. I am the most mentally well president that has ever lived. I did the test. It was a very hard test. I had to point at elephants. I did the person, woman, man, camera, TV, and I aced it. Only fake news media is claiming that I'm declining mentally. Why don't you ask Biden if he is?
Well, you're not running against Biden anymore, Mr. Trump, but your mental aptitude is of great concern. He stepped aside because he believed it was for the greater good. While you're sitting up on stage talking about Hannibal Lecter and pointing at people saying he's going to eat them, that's very strange, and frankly, it's just kind of weird.
If you didn't pay me a ton of money, I would have gone away by now. Just shut up and give me my next question. Hannibal Lecter's a cool dude, by the way.
All right, then, here's the next question. Hold up. I'm hearing we have some breaking news. Daffy Duck and Sylvester the Cat are apparently suing you, Mr. Trump.
What? That is hogwash. Why would they be suing me? What grounds do they have? I cannot afford any more legal battles.
Here, we are actually connecting with them right now, Mr. Trump. Pull them up. Let's see what they have to say.
You are despicable, Mr. President. Simply despicable. We heard you in that Twitter space making fun of our lisps. You were mocking us. How insensitive do you have to be?
We are going to sue you to the ground, Trump. You've gotten away with this for far too long. Prepare to watch your empire crash to the ground once we're done with you.
Cartoon characters trying to sue me. What is happening? I wasn't lisping my denture. I mean, the audio was bugged. I gotta go to Rudy right now. This is unbelievable. Interview canceled.
There you have it, folks. Trump is so mentally unwell, he really believes he's being sued by Looney Tunes characters. And he didn't get any money. We gave him Monopoly money. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Have a good one, folks.
He's mocking our lisps. Why doesn't he take this advice?
Tonight, on In Search Of, we embark on a journey to uncover one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, sightings of this elusive creature have been reported across North America. But tonight, we follow a new lead, one that has taken us to an unexpected place. Some say Bigfoot has been hiding in plain sight, not in the forests, but in the halls of power. Could it be that Bigfoot is not just a myth, but a living, mouth-breathing individual who has integrated into society? And could that individual be none other than Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene? Our investigation begins deep in the forests of Georgia, where local residents have reported strange sightings of a tall, loud creature with a penchant for conspiracy theories. Descriptions match those of both Bigfoot and, well, someone else.
Yeah, I saw her. Just the other day, Bigfoot was ranting about Jewish space lasers and how the election was stolen. I didn't know Bigfoot had such strong opinions.
Armed with this new information, we delve deeper into the mystery. Could Bigfoot have a secret agenda? Is the creature known for hiding in the wilderness now hiding in the U.S. Congress?
The government is hiding the truth. They know I exist, and they know I'm right.
As we track Bigfoot's, or rather Marjorie Taylor Greene's movements, it becomes clear that this creature is no ordinary cryptid. It thrives on attention, feeds on controversy, and leaves a trail of confusion in its wake. But can we truly capture the essence of this elusive being? As Black September often says, roll the clip.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
your
please
history.
regain
In its natural habitat,
I do have a point of order.
Bigfoot has learned to blend in, to mimic the behaviors of those around it, yet it remains unmistakable. Despite attempts to fit in, it often stands out due to its unusual vocalizations and tendency to disrupt.
Baby girl, I don't think
we are going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So, you agree to strike your words?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to apologize.
recognizes
No.
Mr. Perry.
She needs to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then you're not striking your words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
part
I'm
of it.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to strike
I
those
had no idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just said
You
that.
just voted to do
Y'all did
it.
it first, so you don't
just
talk
voted
But
to
you
do
say
it.
you're gonna have
Order,
Marjorie
order.
on
I'm
the
trying to
lead.
get clarification.
Look it, calm down,
No, because this
I
is
would
what
like
y'all
to get through
do.
proceedings.
So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett.
And so our search concludes, perhaps not with definitive answers, but with new questions. Is Bigfoot real? Is it Marjorie Taylor Greene? Or is it just an elaborate hoax, a creature of myth turned political spectacle? The truth, as always, is out there, somewhere. Until next time, keep searching.
Welcome to Last Whenever Tonight, the show where we take a closer look at the nonsense happening in the world and wonder, how is this real life? Tonight, we're diving into a topic that's as old as time itself. False prophets. Yes, those delightful TV evangelists who claim to have a direct line to the big guy upstairs, but somehow keep getting their messages crossed. You see, being a prophet used to be a big deal. You had to part a sea or summon some plagues, you know, the classics. But nowadays, it seems all you need is a TV show, a bad haircut, and a knack for making wildly inaccurate predictions. Let's start with one of our favorites, the 2020 election. Remember when a certain former president was supposed to win a second term? Well, so did a bunch of TV evangelists. Roll the clip.
The Associated Press said that Joe Biden is president. Ha! Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to be president. Mickey Mouse is going to be king. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, that prediction turned out to be about as accurate as my New Year's resolution to stop eating carbs. But hey, it's not like being wrong ever stopped these folks before. Next up, he took the weirdness dial and cranked it up to 11. Meet the man who tried to blow away COVID-19. Literally. Watch this.
Win! Almighty! Strong! South wind! Heat! Burn this thing! In the name of Jesus! Satan, you bow your knee
knee.
Satan, you bow your knee.
You fall on your face.
You fall on your face.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
I blow the wind of God.
The wind of God.
On you.
On you.
You are destroyed forever.
You are destroyed forever.
And you'll never be back.
And you'll never be back.
Yes, because when you're facing a global pandemic, what you really need is a guy with a bad suit and a serious case of halitosis. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Who could have seen that coming? Now, you might be wondering, John, why do these guys keep getting it wrong and yet somehow still have an audience? Well, it's simple. They're not just selling prophecies, they're selling hope. The problem is, when that hope is wrapped in a package of wild predictions and bizarre behavior, it's more likely to leave you scratching your head than uplifted. So the next time you see a TV evangelist making grand claims about the future, just remember, if they can't even get a basic election prediction right, maybe take their words with a grain of salt. That's all for tonight's episode of Last Whenever Tonight.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Recently, there's been some debate sparked about some new legislation being passed, which would bring the 10 Commandments to American schools. For those who are poorly educated, whom I love and support, let me educate you. Here are the true Trump-approved 10 Commandments. Commandment 1, thou shalt not have any other gods before God. He's a great guy, frankly, good as me. I'm not so sure. Commandment 2, thou shalt not make yourself an idol, or maybe ignore this one, or let's rewrite it. Next, Commandment 3, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. Could we maybe add my name to this too? The press is very mean to me, worse than Lincoln. Commandment 4, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And while you're at it, pass the communion. These legal bills are getting expensive. Commandment 5, honor your father and mother, even if they're a convicted felon who paid hush money to a... Well, we'll get to that. Commandment 6, thou shalt not murder, unless if an election was, quote, end quote, rigged, then maybe it's okay. Maybe not just stand back and stand by. Commandment 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. Oops, anyone have an eraser or some whiteout? I might have broken this one a couple times. Commandment 8, thou shalt not steal, just like I steal your money. Collect your donations. Go buy some more hats or my crappy NFTs. Commandment 9, thou shalt not testify or bear false witness against your neighbor. 30,000 lies I told during my term. Can you believe that? I'm more honest than Lincoln. Commandment 10, thou shalt not covet. The hell does that mean? Oh? Okay, well, yeah, don't do it. Instead of keeping your possessions, give them to me. That's it. You're welcome, you suckers and losers. Just don't ask me my favorite Bible verse. I might freeze up on you like Mitch McConnell. I can sense his presence. I think he is giving me a gift from above.
Good evening, America. Tonight we have an exclusive interview with President Joe Biden. Mr. President, can you hear me? Mr. President?
Oh, yes, Anderson. What were you saying?
Let's start with the state of the economy. What are your plans to address inflation?
Hey, Elon. We've got a situation. Joe's dozing off on live TV. Can you do something?
I've got just the thing. I'll switch his coffee to Hyper Java, the world's strongest coffee. This will wake him right up. A few moments later.
Mr. President, what are your plans to address climate change?
Anderson, let me tell you about the time I went to a climate summit in 78. We had these amazing bagels, and the guy next to me was talking about the polar bears.
Mr. President, about climate change?
Right. So the polar bears, they were dancing. And did I ever tell you about my uncle who built a windmill in his backyard?
Mr. President, back to the economy, please.
And then there was this time I met an alien. No, wait, it was a really tall Canadian. Anyway, we need more bike lanes. That's the key.
Mr. President, back to the economy, please.
Oh, the economy. You know, Corn Pop was a bad dude, but he knew his way around $1.
Well, folks, there you have it. An exclusive interview with President Joe Biden.
Hyper Java. It works every time.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay caffeinated, America.
Joe, please, let me be clear. You have to stop pacing and concentrate. You need to practice for the debate.
Obama, I'm trying. I just can't believe that orange monster is still in politics. Or for that matter, not in jail.
Hey, Joe, are you expecting someone?
Hey, losers, did I miss the memo on the meeting?
Hey, Trump, check it out. It's the Pound Puppies.
Oh, whoa, what the hell is that thing?
Trump, I would be careful if I was you. He has a history of.
Who's a stupid dog? Yeah, you, yes, you are.
Oh no, Donald, stop, please. Oh no, don't do that. He.
Oh my God, Joe, seriously.
Oh, whatever, like I'm scared of this flea bag. Oh my God, stop this thing. Kanye, make the call. You know who to call. Help me.
Christy, Trump needs your help. Commander is tearing him to shreds. Come quick.
I'm on my way.
Trump, I must say this was a great idea. This has been a much needed break. Kudos to you on this vacation.
I must agree this has been great, and the ice cream here is awesome, Jack.
Like I said, I know all the best places.
Take a vacation and don't invite Kanye. Well, let's see how you get home without money in your passports then.
6.5 hours later.
Guys, we locked the door when we left, right?
Oh no, you have to be kidding me.
Guys, my money and passport are gone.
Mine also, Jack.
Same here, damn it, Donald. I take back what I said earlier today.
Hold on, I will call Elon and see if he could help us out.
Okay, so you guys go on vacation and don't invite me, then you want my help? Okay, here's my help then. Find a group of people trying to get across the border and follow them. Good luck, suckers.
Let me guess, Donald, we are walking, right?
Yeah, Barry, afraid so.
Hey guys, these folks are headed our way. Let's go.
A few inches later.
Oh my God, it is hot out here. I hate it.
Suck it up, Donald. We have a long way to go.
Hey guys, look at the lights coming. Is it Christmas?
No, moron. That means we are about to be in big trouble.
You know, guys, when you think about it, this is kind of ironic.
Joe, please just don't talk. And Donald, as for you, when we get out of this, lose my number.
The scene opens with Emperor Musk sitting regally on his throne. The room is dimly lit with a menacing red glow. The sound of thunderous, dark side-themed music plays faintly in the background. A door hisses open, and Donald Trump walks in, looking around curiously.
Great room, very classy. Needs a little more gold, though. What's up, Muskie?
I have watched your career with great interest, Donald. The way you handle the media, assertive, ruthless, very impressive.
I know, right? I'm tremendous at dealing with the press. The best, some people say.
Indeed, but there is a power greater than any you have yet wielded. Join me and I will complete your training. Together, we can rule the galaxy.
Rule the galaxy, huh? Sounds like a great business opportunity. What's in it for me?
Power, my apprentice. Unlimited power. The kind that can build walls in space.
Walls in space? That's actually a fantastic idea. Nobody builds walls better than me.
And you can tweet from anywhere in the galaxy. No one will dare to fact check you.
I'm liking this, Muskie, but what about the color? All this black is a little drab, you know?
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Much like the movies, this isn't ending anytime soon.
Luke Skybitten's office, Galaxy's future savior speaking. How can I help you today?
Hello, is this the famous Jedi Knight, Luke Skybitten?
Yes, it's me. Who's calling?
This is Yoda. Yes, lost in the Force. Your credit card has been. Verify your details. You must.
Master Yoda, that's strange. You sound different. And why would you need my credit card details?
Eaten too many Dagobah swamp frogs. I have changed my voice. They did. Yes, details quickly we need, or frozen your accounts will be.
Master Yoda, you're not making any sense. Aren't you beyond such spacely concerns?
Okay, you got me. It's not Yoda, it's Darth Trumpster.
Trumpster, I should have known. What do you want?
Just wanted to see if you fall for it. You know, Joe, if you were as quick with your lightsaber as you are with your suspicions, the galaxy would have been yours ages ago.
Is there a reason you're calling, or are you just trying to disrupt my day?
Actually, I'm hosting a big, tremendous rally on the Death Star. Thought you might want to come, see how a real leader handles things.
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just hop in my X-Wing and crash your evil party.
That's the spirit, Joe. Bring some of those rebel friends too. It'll be huge.
I'll be sure to miss it. Have fun talking to yourself and your stormtroopers.
You sure? I'll have free hats. Make the galaxy great again.
As tempting as that sounds, I'll pass. May the farce be out of your reach. Galaxy-saving business resumes, without interruptions from the dark side's telemarketer.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Much like the movies, this isn't ending anytime soon.
You know, Donald, if you really want to solidify your rule, you should speak directly to the beings of the galaxy. Show them the might of the dark side and your grand vision.
Great idea, Elon. Nobody holds a rally like me. We'll pack the arena, the biggest crowd the galaxy has ever seen. We'll have Wookiees, we'll have Rhodians, we'll have everyone. It'll be tremendous.
The scene shifts to a bustling arena filled with a diverse crowd of creatures from across the galaxy. Giant screens flash with slogans like "Make the Galaxy Great Again" and "Build the Space Wall." Darth Trumpster takes the stage amid roaring applause, flanked by stormtroopers.
Thank you, thank you. It's great to see so many beautiful beings here today. We're going to make the galaxy great again. You know, when I took over from the last guy, the galaxy was a mess, a big, beautiful mess. But we're cleaning it up. We're winning wars. We're patrolling the nebulae. And yes, we're going to build a space wall, and we're going to make the rebels pay for it. And what about those rebels? Bad hombres, folks. They're bringing droids, they're bringing smugglers, and some, I assume, are good people. But we can't take that chance. We're going to have a ban on all rebel ships entering the galaxy until we figure out what's going on. And let's talk about trade. We've been losing to everyone, but no more. I just renegotiated the Trade Federation deal. Now, they're giving us the best droids, tremendous droids, and believe me, they're paying us for the droids. And to those who say, we can't enforce our laws, that we can't protect our borders, tell that to my new Space Force. It's huge, folks. It's powerful. And it's made right here in the galaxy by us, for us.
Perfect, Donald. They love you. They really love you.
And remember, we have the best supporters in the galaxy, the smartest, the strongest, the most loyal. And together, we're not just going to win, we're going to rule.
The scene closes with deafening applause and the Imperial March playing. Darth Trumpster waves triumphantly, absorbing the adulation of his galaxy-wide supporters.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Much like the movies, this isn't ending anytime soon.
Welcome, gentlemen. The goal of today's session is to help you find common ground and learn to get along. Now, let's start by sharing one thing you appreciate about each other.
And I appreciate that Donald's hair didn't fly away in the wind on his way over.
I appreciate that Joe managed to find his way here without getting lost.
All right, let's try to focus on more constructive comments. Donald, why don't you tell Joe how his work as a public servant has impacted you?
Sure, Joe's work has impacted me. It's taught me exactly what not to do as a leader.
Oh, come on, Don. Your leadership style is like a reality TV show entertaining, but completely unrealistic.
Okay, moving on. Joe, can you share a positive experience you've had in your interactions with Donald?
Well, there was that one time. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't him. Smirks, guess I haven't had one yet.
Typical. You can't remember anything these days, Joe, not even your own positive experiences.
At least I don't need a Twitter account to feel important.
Gentlemen, please, we're here to build bridges, not burn them. Let's try a different approach. How about you both say one thing you'd like to improve about yourselves?
I'd like to improve my ability to deal with sleepy, out-of-touch politicians.
And I'd like to improve my patience with overgrown toddlers who think they're always right.
This isn't working. Let's take a deep breath and try to...
Deep breaths won't help, Doc. Joe's too busy sniffing around for his next mistake.
And Donald's too busy looking in the mirror to notice anything else.
Enough. I've had it with both of you. You're like children bickering in a sandbox. Shut up. I quit. You two can find someone else to deal with your nonsense. Good luck.
Typical. Well, is she left before you could bore her to death?
Yeah, and before you could bankrupt her with your whining.
Good evening, everyone. We have breaking news here at the top of the hour. The judge just handed down the verdict in the Alex Jones case. We go live to Alex Jones now for his reaction to the verdict.
I wasn't completely good with this. This is fine. It's my resistance to them. It's like God's transmission. It's a human under attack. We're gonna beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children.
from the creators of great products such as Musk Food Training, Trump Sneakers, and Trump Watches. Introducing Donald Trump's very own Don's Diapers.
Folks, these aren't your regular diapers. These are Don diapers. I know diapers like nobody else. When Trump wears a diaper, it's got to be a Don diaper. That's how good they are.
Don wanted something different. So we designed Don's diapers with SpaceX tech. Leak resistant, built to last, and engineered to handle significant pressure.
Look, folks, these Trump pants or Don's drawers, whatever they're called, they do the job. I mean, sometimes when you're talking, you kind of, well, get tired. Don's diapers, they're pretty snug. Help keep you, alert.
It's the diaper of the future. We even used Tesla's autopilot technology, sort of an accident prevention system.
Don's diapers come in 3 unique styles. Show your pride for stupidity by wearing the Maga Don diaper. Or how about a little humor with the Stop the Smell Don diaper? Or if you're really rich, how about the luxurious and elegant gold and diamond plated Don diaper for the highly educated? There's a diaper for everyone.
People used to look at me weird. So today we're here in a bipartisan fashion to show leadership in an effort to end this sentence. And say that I smell like ketchup and armpits.
Armpits, ketchup, makeup, and a little butt.
But now, with the Don diaper, I keep my mess contained and my pride non-stained. These are the best diapers, folks. I'm talking about confidence, strongly confident.
Don diapers are selling, and they're selling fast. Call now and get bonus Trump cologne ketchup scented for one of those special nights. If you buy a Don diaper within 30 minutes, you'll be entered into a sweepstakes for a very special signed Don diaper. Don't wait, act now. Call 1-800-VON-SCHITZENPANTS for your very own Trump cologne and a chance to win a specially signed Don diaper. Don's Diapers.
If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for thee.
The following video is a parody. In a move that stunned everyone in the political hemisphere, former President Donald Trump announced his entire White House cabinet early. Let's see how that went.
People are saying, Trump, how did you find such incredible talent? Well, folks, it wasn't hard. Let's go through it, okay? Vice President J.D. Vance, he's a fantastic guy. You might have heard of him, the Hillbilly Elegy guy. Great book, great title. Nobody understands the Rust Belt better than J.D. Plus, he's from Ohio, which is, frankly, a place I need to win. Tremendous state. Next up, my Secretary of State. Folks, you need someone who knows how to broker deals, and who better than Jake from State Farm? He's got the khakis, he's got the professionalism, and if he can deal with his insurance premiums, imagine what he can do with foreign policy. Secretary of the Treasury. We need someone who knows how to handle finances, but not just any finances, big finances. Captain Crunch. He's been handling cereal since before most of you were born. And let's be honest, cereal's basically a currency now, right? Secretary of Defense. This is a big one, folks, big. We need someone who knows how to protect the country and look good doing it. I give you the General.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
He's been insuring everything from car crashes to, who knows, probably tanks. He's tough, he's quick, and most importantly, he's got a helmet. Attorney General, this is where things get serious, folks. I need someone who knows the law, but more importantly, knows how to bend it. That's why I've appointed Saul Goodman. If you ever need a lawyer who's not afraid to get his hands dirty, he's your guy. Now, for Secretary of the Interior, this guy, folks, he knows interiors like nobody else. You've probably seen him on TV, the Empire Today guy.
800-588-2300
Today. I'm telling you, he can get a whole national park carpeted faster than you can say 800-588-2300 Empire. Secretary of Agriculture, this one's simple. You need someone who knows the land, who's good with plants, maybe apples. Johnny Appleseed, folks. He's a classic. Nobody plants seeds better than Johnny. Nobody. Secretary of Commerce, it's all about business. It's all about burgers. So who better than Mayor McCheese? He's been running McDonald Land for years. Unbelievable success. He's a big cheese, a really big cheese. Now, Secretary of Labor, who works harder than me? Nobody. So I'm giving the job to me, Donald Trump, because no one knows labor like I do. I built buildings, casinos, golf courses, and even reality shows. You've seen them. The best. Incredible. Secretary of Health and Human Services. This is a tough one, folks, but we need someone who knows about human health. I found someone who's very good at working with people. He's got a unique diet. Dr. Hannibal Lecter. You might have heard of him. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. We need someone who knows construction, folks. Who better than Bob the Builder? Can he fix it? Yes, he can. Secretary of Transportation. This is all about getting things done. That's why I've chosen Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get her done. Secretary of Energy. This one's about speed, folks. We need fast energy. Who's faster than Speedy Gonzalez? He's zipping around with renewable energy like you wouldn't believe. Secretary of Education. Education's important, really important. So I got the best. The greatest wizard in education history, Albus Dumbledore. He knows magic, he knows schools, and let's face it, folks, he knows how to deal with unruly students. Secretary of Veterans Affairs. I thought long and hard about this one, folks. I needed someone who knows a thing or two about affairs. I've already picked myself once, so in second place is Bill Clinton. He's seen it all, folks. He's been through the wars of his own. Finally, for Homeland Security, this is serious business, folks. We need someone who can deal with threats. That's why I picked RoboCop. He's tough. He's efficient. He's basically a walking border wall. And that's my cabinet, folks, the greatest team in history. America's going to be better than ever with these winners. Nobody assembles a team like Trump, believe me.
That's the jokes, folks.
Brothers and sisters, I know you're out there struggling, thinking, why did I forget where I parked my car? Or why can't I seem to cut out the coffee creamer? Friends, the answer is simple. It's demons. And lucky for you, I've put together a step-by-step guide to rid your life of every single one of them.
From the preacher who brought you timeless classics like book burnings and witches in the pews.
Some of you been sick because you befriended that witch. 2 of you in my wife's ladies' Bible study, and you know who you are, and we gonna ask you to get out.
Comes a whole new revelation. Deliverance ministry for dummies.
I used to speed on the highway. Thought it was a lead foot. Turns out I had a speed demon. Thanks to Deliverance Ministry for Dummies, I drive like a saint now. Amen.
Oh yeah, did you ever stub your toe real bad? Probably a pain demon sneaking up on you. Or maybe you can't stop eating those sugar donuts. It's a gluttony demon. It's all right here, folks. Every bad habit you got, blame it on a demon.
I never realized why I kept forgetting my son's birthday. Turns out I had a forgetfulness demon. This book has been a real game changer.
I'll show up next Sunday with a stage full of brooms. And I'll give you one and I'll fly your tail up out of this place in the name of Jesus, but we ain't playing your spell casting, witchcraft, nonsense, sage burning games.
I'm telling you, friends, this book is your one-way ticket to a demon-free life. You drink decaf instead of regular, energy demon. You're always tired, laziness demon. You love pineapple on pizza? Well, that might just be on you, but you get my point.
Dust Deliverance Ministry for Dummies, now available in an all-new limited edition with an extra chapter, Exorcising Demons from Your Wi-Fi Connection, as well as a free DVD of Preachers Gone Wild Episode 1. Call today 1-800-GETOUTT. That's 1-800...
Get out!
Get yours now. And remember, if there's a problem, it's probably a demon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Klepper's Corner. I'm your host, Jordan Klepper. Let's just jump straight into it with Donald Trump. Not very surprising, is it? He's always got a reason to be in the news, and this time is like a triple-double whammy. Flies are following him around. He's projecting like a movie theater, and he's gassing up everywhere he goes. Let's just roll the first clip.
From commerce to labor to FEMA. From commerce to labor to FEMA.
Trump's been having bowel movements while on stage recently. However, this isn't even news. He's been doing this for years, so much so that people that have worked with him have described how he smells. Let's take a look at what Adam Kinzinger had to say.
What did it smell like specifically? So if you take like armpits, ketchup, makeup, and a little butt?
Ketchup, armpits, makeup, and a little butt. So that's what's attracting all those flies then.
A coal plant a week. I don't like flies. Get out of here, fly. Never been a big fan of flies. You don't mind my bringing that up, do you? Anyway, this is a very aggressive sucker, that is. This one in particular is very aggressive.
Or how about the projection? This man is completely unable to even self-reflect. It's like he has no idea who he is. Roll the clip.
How to use them. But I protect you against outside enemies. But you know, I always say, we have the outside enemy, so you can say China, you can say Russia, you can say Kim Jong-un, you can say, but that's not, it's going to be fun. If you have a smart president, no problem. It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country. That's a bigger enemy than China and Russia.
Trump almost has it right, but if you could remind me, who gave COVID tests to Vladimir Putin when they were extremely scarce and at the same time was telling his own people to, quote, slow the testing down? And here we have Donald Trump describing the January 6th rioters. Roll the clip.
You see, that's the real threat to democracy, stupid people. That's the threat. Our biggest threat to democracy is stupid people.
Astute observation, Mr. President. Had one stupid person simply admitted defeat, then we wouldn't have had a whole swath of stupid people attempting to break into the Capitol building to overthrow American democracy. And here's Donald Trump retrospectively looking at his presidency. Roll the clip.
It's been a scandal every time she opens her mouth. You know, we had 4 years of that. We had 4 years of that. And you know, in his case, he developed. She was born that way.
Oh, my mistake. He's talking about Kamala Harris. Donald, the call is coming from inside the house. And of course, we've saved the best for last. Here's some of the more weirder and ramblier parts of his recent rallies. Let's take a look.
They want to do things like no more cows and no windows in buildings.
No more cows or windows? What's next? No more walls or doors or roofs? Donald, if you're making such bizarre claims, you'd at least better have a source.
I will very quickly deflate. We are going to take inflation and we are going to deflate it. We are going to deflate inflation. We are going to defeat inflation. We're going to not
deflate inflation. Well, I feel like my brain is defleeting, or am I deflating? I better sign off before my brain defletes. I'm Jordan Klepper. This was Klepper's Corner. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you hated it, leave a dislike and a hate comment. Thank you and have a good one.
A lot of people are saying it. The GOAT, me, the greatest of all time. It's huge, so huge. But you know what? I need to look the part.
Mr. Trump, Elon on line 1.
Elon, it's me, Donald the Goat. You know, like everyone's saying, I need your help to look greater. Make me something. Make me look like the goat.
Donald, you said you wanted to look like a goat.
That's right, Elon. People are calling me the goat, the greatest. But I need to really sell it. I need to look the part. You're a genius. Make it happen.
Well, okay, I guess I can whip something up. Put this on, and I'll turn you into the greatest goat ever. You'll look like the GOAT in no time.
See? This is why you're great, Elon. Not as great as me, but close. Let's do this. Elon, what did you do? I look like an actual goat.
Well, yeah, you said you wanted to look like the GOAT. What did you mean?
No. Goat means greatest of all time. It's not literal.
Oh, yeah, I don't really follow much of your things.
Arg, I didn't want this kind of goat. I wanted to look like a legend, not a farm animal.
Well, this bait is cutting-edge tech. You're literally one of a kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear. I didn't mean this kind of goat. It's a misunderstanding, but many people are saying it. Even as a goat, I'm still the greatest. You know what? Maybe this is good. Maybe this is better than good. No one's ever been this much of a goat before. Believe me, folks, no one. All right, Elon, turn me back.
Sure thing, but hey, at least now you know what it's like to be literally the GOAT.
Yeah, next time remind me to be more specific. Good, now let's go make me the greatest human of all time. That's more my style. And Elon, next time, maybe read a dictionary before you start pressing buttons.
By the way, I have to ask Elon, what is with the damn getup you are wearing?
I know Kung Fu.
He said you gotta flush the toilet, not once, not twice, but 8, 9, 10 times. That's his advice. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. That's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He stood at the podium with a serious face, talking about the toilets all over the place. They don't make them like they used to, not anymore. You gotta flush 10 times, sometimes even more. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, that's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, he says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again, flush it 8, 9, 10 times. Imagine the scene in the White House halls. Plumbers on speed dial, fixing all the stalls. Hey, Mr. President, the pipes are just fine. Well, better safe than sorry. Flush it 10 more times. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. That's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. He says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime. But here we go again. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times. In the Oval Office, he was laying down the law. Toilet regulations, now that's a cause. He said, believe me, folks, it's a total disgrace. We need stronger flushes all over the place. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, that's the Trumpy way. Flush it 8, 9, 10 times, he says it every day. Why waste the water? Oh, it's such a crime.
And now, a message from the former president and candidate for president, Donald John Trump.
You know, folks, people ask me all the time, Donald, what are you going to do after this big election in November? And let me tell you, fantastic question, tremendous question. And believe me, I've been thinking about it because let's be real, folks. Let's face it. I'm probably going to lose this election. I've been shouting rigged since the day I announced my candidacy, and when I lose, you bet I'll shout it louder. It'll be the best loss in history. No one will lose like I'll lose. I lose better than anyone. Now I know my Maga minions will throw a fit. You'll have people in red hats flipping tables at Olive Garden, demanding free breadsticks as reparations. Maybe we'll storm a few more Applebee's for good measure. But after the dust settles and the mozzarella sticks are done flying, we'll all just go home, hug our Trump pillows, and cry into our MAGA hats. Sad, but fear not. Fear not, my friends, because life goes on after losing, even when you're losing as big as I will. You see, I've got plenty of options. Maybe I'll declare Mar-a-Lago its own sovereign nation. We'll call it Trumptopia. No taxes, no laws, just golf and Big Macs as far as the eye can see. I'll be the king, obviously, because why not? I've already got the golden toilets. I might as well take the crown. And let's be honest, folks, with my legal problems, I might end up in jail, which honestly sounds kind of relaxing. 3 meals a day, free health care, it's like socialism but for billionaires. Plus, I could start a new business, Trump jumpsuits. Only the finest, most luxurious prison wear embroidered with gold thread and the Trump logo. Orange is already my color, right? If not that, maybe I'll just keep pumping out more Trump merch. You guys love it. How about Trump NFTs 2.0? But this time they're not just trading cards. No, they'll be collectible prison mugshots. Limited edition. I'll be signing them from Rikers Island. Maybe I'll even start selling Trump brand soap on a rope, perfect for those tricky moments in the prison showers. Believe me, it'll be huge. And then there's always 2028. Oh yeah, folks, don't think I'm done. Forget third time's the charm. I'm talking fourth, fifth, sixth. I'll keep running until I'm like the political Energizer Bunny. Just keeps going. Even if I'm broadcasting from a padded cell, straight from the asylum, I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll still have Wi-Fi. Who needs a campaign rally when you can live stream your debates with the ghosts of Richard Nixon and Hannibal Lecter? By the way, speaking of asylums, I've got a lunch appointment with my new best friend, Hannibal Lecter. He said we're having liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. I don't drink, but hey, I love a good deal. But honestly, whatever happens, I'll be just fine. I've got a whole party that's still out here scratching their heads, wondering how I walked in and took over. Meanwhile, I'm going to be raking in cash for my loyal MAGA minions, living the high life, while everyone else argues over who gets to sit in the ash heap that used to be the GOP. Sad.
And that was a message from the former president and candidate for president, Donald John Trump.
Folks, believe me, nobody knows tariffs better than me. I'm the king of tariffs. I've been putting tariffs on so many things you wouldn't believe it. China, they've been ripping us off for years, but not anymore. Not with me in charge, okay? We're putting a big, big tariff on toaster ovens. They're terrible, horrible. You pop in a bagel, it comes out burnt, and that's China's fault. So now, boom, 125% tariff. It's going to be huge. And I'll tell you something else, bouncy houses. Big tariff on bouncy houses. Folks, I mean, why are they so bouncy? It's suspicious. We've got to protect our American bounce. So 300%, we're talking major savings here. But wait, there's more. Tariffs on garden gnomes. That's right, those little fellas, they've been flooding the market. China sends us creepy garden gnomes, folks. It's a disaster. So, BAM, 175% tariff. Only American gnomes on your lawn now? And don't even get me started on the hats. We're hitting them hard. Tariffed at 500%. Who even likes these bland and boring hats? You know who's behind these dreadful dome toppers? China! Not good for your heads, folks. Sad, but folks, the best part, the biggest deal of them all. We've just launched something incredible, something you've all been waiting for. The new Ultra Maga hat. It's bigger, redder, it glows. More Maga than ever before. And let me tell you, folks, this hat, totally not made in China. It's the best hat, American made. Believe me, not a shred of China in there. You're going to want one. You're going to need one. Get yours today. Because nothing says America first like a hat that's totally, completely without question and not made in China.
Get your Ultra Maga hat today. Only $49.99. Disclaimer. The Ultra Maga hat is absolutely 100%, without a doubt, not made in China. Any resemblance to hats made in China is purely coincidental. We guarantee this hat is made from the finest, top-quality American, materials. Definitely not imported. We promise. Trust us. Seriously. Why are you even asking? Don't worry about it. It's not made in China, okay? Look, just buy the hat.
If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
Folks, it's me, your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, and today I'm here to offer you the deal of a lifetime. Better than any deal I've made, and trust me, I've made some big ones. Bigly. Introducing Trump watches. Now I know what you're thinking, but Mr. President, my grocery bills are through the roof. Forget groceries, people. You can't eat forever, but you can wear a Trump watch forever, or at least until the battery dies, which could be tomorrow or next week, we don't know. We don't check these things. Groceries overrated, eggs too expensive. A Trump watch, a steal at only $100,000. I mean, what else are you going to do with your money? Buy a house? Oh, houses are for losers. Sell your yacht, remortgage your house, or maybe, just maybe, start a GoFundMe. Your friends and family will understand.
I had to sell the house, but now I've got this amazing Trump watch. Doesn't tell time, but who cares when you look this rich?
Hurry, people, these watches are flying off the shelves. Limited edition, very limited. Like if I lose this election, which I won't, but if I do, I'm moving to Russia. That's right, folks, these watches might be the only thing left to remember me by. So get your Trump watch now, because time's running out, even though the watch doesn't actually run. Remember, when you're wearing a Trump watch, you're not just buying a piece of history, you're buying a piece of me. Trump watches, they don't work, but that's never stopped me before.
Order today or pay in installments of $10,000 over the next decade. Terms and conditions apply. No refunds. Batteries not included. Functionality not guaranteed.
My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your MAGA hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Mr. Trump, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my email, and my Twitter. At the bottom, I sent 2 DMs back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at Twitter or something. Sometimes I scribble handles too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, fuck it, what's been up? Man, how's your campaign? I'm in Ohio too, and I've been fighting through the same pain. If I had 100 rallies, guess what I'd do? I'd hold them all like you, man. I'd be just like you. I heard about your buddy Giuliani too. I'm sorry I had a friend in prison over some fraud he got locked for. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the MAGA hat you signed in my campaign van. My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your MAGA hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Mr. I'm too good for my VP to be JD Vance. This'll be the last DM I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 tweets. I wrote the handles on them perfect. So this is my message I'm sending you. I hope you hear it. I'm in the back of my van by the river screaming out your spirit. Hey Donald, I'm so mad. I feel like you don't understand. I got all this media, man. It's all for you, man. I love you, Donald. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't tweet and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you and you can't breathe without me. Well, gotta go. I'm almost at the border now. My tweet's gone cold. I'm wondering why. I logged onto the net at all. The morning tweets fill up my feed, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be gray with your Maga hats on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Dear JD, I meant to write you sooner, but I've just been busy. You said you're living in a van. How's the view there? Look, I'm really flattered you would name your kids after me. And here's an autograph from your president. I wrote it on a Maga cap. I'm sorry I didn't see you at the rally. I must have missed you. Don't think I did that shit intentionally just to diss you. But what's this shit you said about you like to burn monkey balls too? I say that shit just clowning, dog. Come on, how gullible are you? You just said you got some issues, JD. I think you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you be down some. And I just said, what's this shit about us meant to be together? And that type of shit will make me not want us to be with Melania. I really think you and your wife need each other. Or maybe you just need to, I don't know, are we done yet? This seems like a bit much.